All praise to the King Selassie.
Rise and shine and in your liberation. For now is the time when all nations must be free.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, Jizzo? Hit a little cat daddy on him real quick. This used to be my shit in high school. I used to have none but 3 moves in high school. This would be one of them right there. Woo! Hit it with the cat daddy real quick. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? I can't even be saying happy full moon. Even though the full moon energy is kind of still at large a bit. All right. Let's get some shout outs going. Jazz 1212 88 Silk Road 888 Ja Fudge. I see you, Josky. Hip hop catalog cats in the hip hop catalog cats don't miss a live now. Hip hop catalog cats got them notifications on. That's what I'm talking about, family. Follow your heart. Black Goddess Imani Marie. All right, guys. God bless. God bless. I got a request just now from you, Boro page. Yeah, y'all know how it go, man. There's imposters on IG. There's imposters on TikTok. Y'all just be careful when the motherfuckers DM you with some bullshit, asking for readers and shit. Because look, if y'all follow me, if y'all tapped into my page, then I know y'all follow other astrologers and readers. So y'all should know that's never how we get down. We'll never DM you or message you for anything, you know. Today I made a video talking about how to, move with the solar system, how to move with the moon. Hold on. Can y'all hear me on YouTube? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me on YouTube? I just switched mics. Okay, great. Arisha, Alien Moon Mom, Cummins 08. Finally caught alive. I'm glad you're here. Limited time. All right. So Scorpio Stellium said full moon vibes is still immaculate. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So listen, y'all. I made a video earlier today talking about posted on Instagram talking about how to move with the solar system and what type of space you should want to be in after a full moon. Like, what do we do next? How do we utilize these energies to manifest better our life, right? So let's get right into it. Now, I had explained how obviously we know the most important phases with the moon is the full moon phase and the new moon phase. Those are the 2 most important phases, all right? When the moon is new, she's in a space where she's able to, she's in the perfect space to be able to set new intentions, to be open to new energies, to create new cycles. She's creating a new cycle during the new moon when we look at that lunar phase, all right? And as the new moon gets bigger and bigger and bigger and starts to eat more energy, right? Whether you call the shit waxing or waning, let's just say it's fucking eating energy, right? It's getting closer to being full. Get to a quarter moon, half moon, right? And then when we get to a full moon, which is the second most critical point, this is when it's like, all right, guys, let's stop setting new intentions. Let's stop putting new energy into the air because this is not a new moon phase. This is a full moon peak. So now we have to look at everything that we manifested and created from the new moon phase and see how those new goals, aspirations, intentions, now we're seeing how those things, we're observing them, right? We're observing them. We're seeing what we learned from that cycle, okay? And we're necessarily trying to bring understanding to what's going on in our life, especially the house that the full moon is transiting. For you guys, for all of us, is the house that we have Capricorn in, even though the moon is in Aquarius now. All right. So now that the moon has fully peaked, guys, I had mentioned in the video, I was about to replay it, actually. I was about to share my screen on YouTube and replay the video, but y'all guys could check it out later. I'm explaining it right now. So I was basically breaking down how from now, the emphasis of your life right now, because the moon is everything, guys. You always want to be able to follow the moon. You may not know what house Mars is in Taurus right now. You may not know what house Venus is in Cancer right now and shit, but you need to follow the moon. You need to know what houses the moon is moving through every week, because this is the area that universe God wants you to respond to keep yourself in alignment right now. All right. So right now, the house that you have Aquarius in is of emphasis, guys. This is where you're going to be manifesting things to make you react, respond, possibly make you feel, pull on some emotion, make you have to pay attention to something. All right. Is your Aquarius house for these next 2.5 days. Or we could say 1.5 days now. All right. So right now, we look at that house that we have Capricorn in, right? So that was the house that was fully illuminated. That was the area that was fully illuminated in our life. And a couple of days before the full moon got into Capricorn, and even to a degree right now, we're still feeling the remnants of that house being fully illuminated, aka being highly sensitive to all circumstances in that house, being sensitive to things that we may have buried in that house that we have Capricorn in, right? So that's the foundation for the full moon. And we know the full moon deals with releasing and then detaching. So from the full moon transiting through Aquarius, through Pisces, through Aries, through Taurus, through Gemini, through Cancer, and then into Leo, these houses in your chart are of the most significance in your life right now. These houses. The houses from Capricorn all the way into Leo. All right. These are the houses that the moon is going to be transiting until it gets to the new moon in Leo, which is on the 28th this month. All right. So you could stamp it right now in the calendar and look at the house that you have Leo in your chart. You could stamp it in your calendar right now. All right. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Shout out to everybody on Instagram. You could look at your chart right now. Find the house that Leo's in. And I'm making another video tomorrow because a lot of people, I know a lot of you guys are new into astrology, and I say shit like, find the house Leo's in. Look at your Capricorn house, and some of y'all will comment and be like, what if I don't have that sign? What if I don't have that house? No, you have the whole 360 is in your chart. It's just that some of y'all using CoStar app and different apps that's not showing you your pie form of your chart. So if you're new into astrology, you're only going to be aware of the shit you got placements in. You know, I only have planets in 4 signs: Libra, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius. That's it. That doesn't mean I don't have Sagittarius, Leo, Cancer, Gemini, and everything else in my chart. Oh, they there. They somewhere in there. They somewhere in there. We are the 360, guys. We are the 360. You may not have planets. You're not going to have planets in every sign. All right. But you are an accumulation of all, in some type of shape or form. We have that sign somewhere in the house. All right, guys. Now, so this is to get you guys to understand how to work with phases, because we want to manifest, right? We always want to manifest. We always want to create. Sometimes we're thinking about the right time to do things, Sometimes we're trying to plan a date in the right way. Sometimes we want to understand how to use astrology to drop a business at the right time not to do some shit. Shit, what about that one? Sometimes we need to know that. The right time not to do some shit. The right time not to go to that motherfucking party when all signs and signals are telling you to stay your ass home. The right time not to have unprotected sex. I'm laughing, but if you understand energies to a certain degree, you'll know, like, you know what? Let me not dive into my desires this weekend like that. I know what type of energy is working in my chart right now. Let me relax. Let me relax before I create something. I'll create something I ain't ready to create right now. This is real stuff I'm talking about right now. I'm joking, but this is real shit. This is real shit. You know? So this is how you work with the moon, but get pinpointed with how the phases play out in your lives. This is how we do it. So, okay, so the full moon, back to the full moon. So the full moon deals with detaching and releasing, right? Yo, it's weird how Instagram and YouTube, the numbers are they're simultaneous to each other. Like, there's 21 people watching me on YouTube, 21 people on IG, and every time the YouTube number changes, the IG number changes. Crazy. Anyways, I just keep catching it. So the full moon got illuminated in our Capricorn house, right? And it deals with detaching and releasing. So I tell y'all, the detaching, releasing process is not just while the full moon is in Capricorn. We're doing that all the way until the full moon, the moon gets to the new moon. That's going to be the duration for the detachment release process. All right. So I use myself for example right now. All right. Because I don't know how y'all charts are set up. Okay. And I'm going to pull up an example. I'm going to pull up some celebrity chart so I could go through it and visually show y'all. So I'm a Capricorn rising. I have Capricorn in my first house. All right. Now, Leo is in my seventh house. So I know right now my detachment release phase is going to deal with my first house, second house, third house, fourth house, fifth house, sixth house, all the way into the seventh house. By the time the moon gets to my seventh house, that's going to be the new moon transit. So I'm keeping this in mind right now. I'm keeping this in mind. Okay. And as I keep this in mind, the way you work with the moon is understanding it's on its way to being new right now. So if it's coming off a full moon, this shows us how much energy to put into the solar system right now. You don't want to be throwing a bunch of goals and intentions into the solar system. We don't do that around full moon time. This is the time to reflect. This is the time to observe and understand. You know, this is the time to see how things have manifested from your previous new moon, which that was the new moon in Cancer. That was the new moon in Cancer. So if you could thoroughly remember where your energy was at during the new moon in Cancer, which was like what, a couple of days after the peak of the start of Cancer season, right? Just think about everything you wanted for Cancer season. Think about the new moon time, right? I bet you this week you started reflecting on that shit naturally. Like, damn, I said I wanted to make this much money during the start of Cancer season. Damn. I said I wanted to go on a date with this person, or I said I wanted to make this much progress with this business, or I wanted to lose this much weight, or I wanted to make this transition with my diet. I bet you subconsciously this week you just started reflecting on all the shit from the new moon in Cancer and probably didn't even realize you was doing that. You probably didn't even realize, like, damn, a couple of weeks ago, I said I wanted to lose 15 pounds. Let me go weigh myself. Let me check on my bank accounts right now. I said I wanted to stack up this much bread, this, that, and the third. You started doing that shit subconsciously because it's full moon time. You're reflecting on everything that has accumulated. All right? Manifest during the new, reap during the full. I don't want to necessarily say reap during the full moon is like it's like a halftime period. It's like a halftime period. You know, just like how you have halftime of a motherfucking hockey game, basketball game, football. It's like a halftime period. This is when we sit back, reflected. We're seeing how our game plan from the new moon happened. You know, we're seeing everything that accumulated from that. We're seeing where our mental health is. We're seeing where the progress of our creative endeavors of our business. Okay. And the moon deals with manifesting, right? The moon deals with manifesting. So this is why when we're working from the full moon up into the new moon, a lot of the reasons why I don't want to say reap during the full moon is because we be reaping during the new moon too. We be reaping during the new moon because the new moon brings new opportunities. The new moon brings new cycles. So this is why we want to take the full moon detaching and releasing process seriously. This is why we want to take it seriously. So when we get to the new moon, those new opportunities waiting for us, they're not blocked or they're not, you know, they don't get caught up on their path to us because we didn't detach and release for some shit that we were supposed to be detaching and releasing from. All right. The full moon is like the observation process. So I say all of that to say right now, guys, as the moon is moving from the house that we just had, the full moon in Capricorn, now it's in Aquarius, all right? As the moon moves into the house that you have Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, this is still going to be observation time, reflect time. You don't want to be in a state of trying to be in heavy creation mode or heavy start mode. You want to allow yourself to see how much food is on your plate still. Because a lot of us get to the new moon and we're asking for seconds and we ain't finished what's on our plate yet. Esoterically, figuratively speaking. Okay? So keep that in mind when it comes into releasing, detaching. It's all the way up until we get to the new moon. So you can mark it in your calendars right now. The 28th, July 28th, new moon in Leo. You know that's the house that potentially has opportunities waiting for you. You know that's the house that new opportunities can stem from within the next couple of weeks. You know that's the house that you're going to have a strong vibration to set new intentions in this area. Okay? But as we get there, we got to be in observational mode. We want to be in reflection mode right now. Okay? The moon is shedding. So when the moon is shedding, we're shedding. This is not new intention time. This is not, because like I said, the moon is like a spiritual magnet. It's a manifester. So if you know that the moon is shedding, then you know, okay, this ain't the time to put like a lot of energy into anything right now. This is the time for me to just reflect, observe, understand, continue to understand myself from my previous new moon influences, you know, previous new moon intentions, aspirations, right? And then when the moon gets back new, now you could turn the switch. Now you could turn the switch. Now you know, okay, the moon, not the full, when the moon is new. When the moon gets into a new moon, which once again is on the 28th, the Leo new moon, now you know, oh, it's free game. I'm throwing everything into the universe. Because the solar system, the soil in the solar system is potent, is new, is ready for new seeds, is ready to grow new crops. I could throw everything in there, all type of new aspirations, all type of new goals. I could start a bunch of new things. All right. So that's the difference between the moon when it's waxing or waning, when it's eating or shedding. When it's eating up energy, aka we just came off a new moon, the moon needs our vibration. Because that's what the moon eats, our vibes, our emotions. That's what's making it grow. That's what's making it grow. That's what's making it become more fulfilled based off the vibrations we're putting into the solar system. This is why, I don't want to dive too deep into this, but this is why the powers that be will run certain rituals at certain times, because they'll use our energy so the moon can pick up on our energy to manifest. So they'll they'll make whatever decisions with Roe versus Wade during a new moon in Cancer. So, because they know the universe is potent. It's potent right now. So if we get the majority of the world to feel a way about this right now, we can create more of the division, more of the chaos. Motherfuckers is just all up in their emotions. Everybody's arguing and debating. And we know we're going to create that reality because the moon is new. So this is why during the new moon time, I'm like, damn, y'all, we can't be feeding this shit too much right now. Either you're going to fucking use a condom or not. Either you're going to strap the fuck up or not. Like, that's it. Come on, y'all. Let's not feed this shit too much. Look what time this shit is happening. And even if it's something that seems important, you got to understand that this shit is calculated. They're spiritually calculated. Everything with politics is spiritual warfare. Don't think the shit got anything to do with the physical realm. It's always spiritual warfare. If you want to battle them and challenge them with physical reality shit, you always going to lose. You always going to lose. Who writes the laws? Who dictates things on a physical realm level? You're not a part of that bloodline. You know, you could vote all you want. Those are just puppets and faces, and they're related. And even them, they got their own fucking competitions going on within their own families. All right, so let's stop acting like we are part of them fucking families. You know, I just seen a post. I forgot what the post was. Okay, I just seen a post about what's the name? A nigga, Joe Biden was making a speech and the nigga was like, just interrupted the speech. Like, Joe Biden, what about your son? This, that, and the third guy caught smoking crack. And I'm in the comments and everybody, the majority of the people in the comments talking about, we don't care what his son is doing. We just want to make sure the president is doing his job. I just want to make sure my president is taking care of issues. We don't care about that. And in my head, I'm like, damn, it's the age of Aquarius and we still put in that much faith in presidents? Like, for real, y'all? It's the age of Aquarius, y'all. It's 2022. I be seeing comments with niggas saying shit like, I need my president to do this, that, and the third. I was like, when has your presidents ever held you down for real? Presidents be helping niggas subconsciously and shit. When Trump was in office, all the scammers and bammers, it was lit. SBAs, motherfucking, it was lit from that perspective. Ain't none of these niggas helping you spiritually ascend, spiritually develop. Don't none of these niggas want you connecting to your true gifts. Don't none of these niggas want you connecting to your spiritual family. They design the world so you stay disconnected from your spiritual family. This world is designed so when you go to school, you sit in columns, you sit in rows, you walk in files, and that's how the career life is going to be. That's how the institutions in jail is. We program with this shit at a young age. So understand the difference between how to deal with things in the matrix and what spiritual warfare is. You battle them niggas by dealing with spiritual development and having your own motherfucking mind. That's how you exit any type of program in the motherfucking matrix. That's how Neo was able to become Neo and understand he was the one. Because he allowed himself to believe in his fucking self and not be too caught up in his illusions and his computer programs that he was caught up in the first fucking Matrix. By the time we get into Matrix Revolutions, the last part of the Matrix, that nigga can't even see. He blind. So if you haven't watched the Matrix from an esoteric perspective, you need to go back and watch that series. There's a reason why they took his sight away in the last part. Because they're trying to show you how evolved his consciousness is, outside of his physical vessel. Because he knows he's the one. He knows his spirit governs everything. He knows he don't need his fucking sight in order to manifest anymore. He don't need that shit. That's physical shit. My spirit got me. My vibe got me. Please go ahead and watch that movie if you haven't watched it from a spiritual third eye, esoteric perspective. So That's just a short. Oh, come on, the Glow Fairy Queen. Come on. Well, it's great if you've never seen it. That's a great thing if you've never seen it, because now you know it's not just some action mumbo jumbo. Now, when you watch it, you could watch it from a subconscious perspective. You could watch it from the writer's perspective, and you'll catch messages like that. You'll catch shit. You won't just be watching it from the action shit and the storyline. When motherfucking Neo talking to the architect and talking to the oracle, you'll be understanding shit. You'll be downloading shit. All right. But that's what y'all need to understand. Everything comes down to spiritual warfare, y'all. What we're doing right now is what is going to overturn the system. What we're doing right now, talking about this esoteric shit, talking about astrology, talking about following the moon, they don't want that, because this is what they do. This is how they have their control, by using the energies of the solar system, by using Saturn energy, by using the moon, exercising moon magic. This is what their ancestors have been doing for the longest. This is what the Illuminati secret society has been doing for the longest. I got to be careful. This is why I don't want to dive in too much into this, because once you start using too many of them words, motherfuckers can't even find these lives no more. Niggas can't even find your page. But anyways, so guys, this is how we're working with the moon. All right. So we are in reflect, observe, detach. Right now, the house you got Aquarius in, it may be some shit to detach in there. Then when the moon moves into what's the name? I be forgetting what fucking Pisces, it may be some shit to detach in that house. Then when the moon moves into Aries, it may be some shit to detach in that house. And all the way up into Leo. By the time we get into the Leo house, it's like breath of fresh air, new slate, new foundation, no more food on my plate, and I'm hungry. And I'm starving, aka I'm ready to put new intentions in the air. I'm ready to create new things. I'm ready to embrace the new cycles universe has waiting for me. But this is why holding on to things, this is why attachment is the devil. This is why attachment and holding on to things that have expired is such a self-detriment, because we always have these phases in our life where there's new opportunities waiting for us. You know, but our spiritual family, universe itself, be having to put us through some of the same cycles, through some of the same lessons, because they're like, this fucking big head ass nigga can't detach from this motherfucker in their life. They don't know that relationship was just, this experiment was supposed to last this long. They're not learning the lesson. They're too attached to this individual. You know what? Let's create a catastrophic moment. Let's create a chaotic, catastrophic, extreme moment. So something manifests in this lifetime. They're either going to have a child or a baby with this individual. So hopefully this lifetime they fucking start to understand the motherfucking detriment of attachment, or let them get into an abusive fight. I don't give a fuck. This is how universe and your fucking guides be acting. They'll let you get into this shit so you can get tired of shit yourself. And they don't care about sacrificing a lifetime to do that. They don't care about creating a long-term situation you got to deal with your whole life for you to at least be in your 50s and 60s and be on your deathbed like, man, I ain't never getting into this situation again. So at least you die with that on your spirit. At least you transition with that shit on your spirit. Then you go back into the astral realm. Now you communicating with them with more clarity because you're outside of a body. And you like, God damn, y'all niggas really had to put me through all that shit. It's like, yeah, because you fucking ignorant. Now, when you get back in this body, you going to bump into that motherfucker again. But hopefully you have more discernment this time. Hopefully, you know, even if y'all date again in this new lifetime, in this new relationship, you know, when it's time to end, it ends, and then you can help ease up the soul ties, so we could get into the new opportunities that's been waiting for you for like 19 lifetimes now. We've been trying to get you to meet soulmate number 2 for the longest. It's been about 40 lifetimes. But that's the thing, y'all. We forget how many times we've incarnated, how many times we've reincarnated. We forgot all of that shit. Ain't nobody here really new spirits. Like, ain't nobody here right now, not in the age of Aquarius, not in this shift right now. Ain't nobody here really like is a baby spirit, is their first time experiencing Earth. Everybody here is spiritually experienced already, or experienced with the Earth realm. So you're either somebody is really it's really two things. It's either you've been reincarnating here for the longest, or you're visiting here. And you came probably during the star seed period. You probably an indigo child, you're a star seed, you're a crystal child or something. And you came here within the last 20, 30 years or some shit for a spiritual development, or to come help to deal with the shift that's taking place in this realm. Because that is some of the purpose of some individuals here. Some motherfuckers didn't want to come here. And they low-key had a choice. They didn't want to come here, but maybe their spiritual family was motivating them. Like, look, they need your ass down there. They need your ass to teach about mental health. They need your ass to expose shit down there, dealing with them fucking reptilians that's running the world. They need your ass to come down there and fucking teach astrology. They need your ass to come down there and teach about health. They need your ass right now. They need you. So all type of different star seeds, a lot of y'all came down here to help with the shift that's taking place. So whenever you have a strong intuition to give a sense of knowledge, wisdom, something that you're experienced with, something, a creative ability to the world, you don't understand how much you're doing to add into the shift. You really don't understand. When Tupac said he doesn't want to be the person to change the world, but he wants to be the person to spark the mind that changes the world, that quote is golden, because that's what we're doing spiritually. That's what we're doing spiritually when we give our creativity off to the world. When we show the world something that we're dealing with a creative endeavor. When we're giving the world some form of knowledge and wisdom, when we're teaching, when we're sending astrology posts to our friends and shit, when we're trying to influence our peers and our family members to eat better, to deal with their mental health better, this, that, and the third. You don't understand how you helping the shift in this motherfucker. I was just watching, and I'm not trying to condemn anybody with their diet. Life is about balance. But I was just watching the news the other day, and then they were saying some shit about McDonald's, and in my head, I'm just like, and then the news reporter was like, shit, that should look good. I'm about to get me some McDonald's possibly after this. And then I'm just looking at this shit. I'm like, damn. Imagine if a broadcaster on the news was just had a side note while they were supposed to be talking about some shit about McDonald's and just said, wow, it's just crazy how this food is. McDonald's is still popping with their GMO ass. Ingredients just came out for chicken nuggets, and there's not even no chicken in the nuggets. Like, these niggas been poisoning motherfuckers for the longest. But anyways, so the weather is looking like it's going to be partly cloudy. I was like, man, that nigga will disappear so quick. They will have a new broadcaster on that motherfucker so quick. So just look how the Matrix is Matrix just be supporting the bullshit. Yo, news channel just supporting McDonald's. Just supporting that poisonous shit. Motherfucking ingredients just came out for chicken nuggets. There ain't even no motherfucking chicken in the nugget. There ain't even no motherfucking chicken in the nugget. God damn it. Anyways, so let me pull up a random chart right now. It need to be somebody with a birth time. Bob Marley. Since I got the Dub Hall playlist in the background, all praise to the King Selassie. All praise. All right. Now, if you in the chat, you new to astrology. If you new to the astrology, let me share my screen. Okay. Wait. Okay, yeah. All right. Let me go ahead. No, somebody said no, me, not Bob Marley. All right. Man, Bob was a prophet, bro. Bob was a fucking prophet. Okay. Hold on. All right, let me just zoom in this real quick so y'all can see on Instagram. All right. Yeah, stop giving your kids McDonald's. I'm about to just, we need to make a national holiday, like slap McDonald's out. Slap McDonald's out of motherfucking hands day. Like, every, we just should just be running through the drive-thrus. As soon as a motherfucker hand the motherfucking food, just slap the shit out that motherfucker. Whoever's feeding their children McDonald's, just slap the shit out their parents and slap the food on the floor. Like, that should be a national esoteric. Yo, listen, we should get all the spiritual leaders, everybody that got big platforms, spiritual big platforms, Hood Healer, Peace Dealer, Dolo the Pilot Man, everybody that got a huge spiritual platform. We got to make our own calendar. And that's like the shit we'll do on Halloween. Is national slap the shit out of people dealing with poisonous food day. You feeding your kids McDonald's, you getting body slammed. All right. Let me can I zoom in from this angle? All right, hold on. Let me just exit this real quick. As long as everybody on YouTube can see. Okay. Let me just take this shit out. I'm dead. Ayana said he's so sick. I'm dead ass. Fuck that. Listen, where I grew up in the Bronx, in Halloween, they be having like blood initiation, gang initiations. So they be stabbing up little kids and all type of crazy shit. So that'll be our spiritual way of rebellion. If you get randomly, if somebody randomly smacks the shit out you, you just know you deserve that because you eating motherfucking McDonald's. Because you walking down, you gonna get your ass beat over a McChicken. You're gonna learn a motherfucking lesson. If we gotta beat healthy nutrition into motherfuckers, that McDonald's is calcifying the motherfucking pineal gland. Shit. That's why your third eye ain't motherfucking open. But anyways, so all right, let's say. So once again, so we see Capricorn right here, and I'm doing this because Boro, you need to do my birth chart. I'm about to open up video calls back up at the end of this month. So starting August, I'm gonna go back to doing video calls. I just needed this month to play catch up. So we see Capricorn right here, right? And I'm doing this visually because once again, I know a lot of y'all new to astrology and y'all need to get on astrotheme.com. You know, I don't really know much about Astro Cafe and all that other shit. And it's great because they also showed the pie too. But the reason I love Astro Theme and it's been my baby since day one, because even when I used to look at this shit and this shit looked like hieroglyphics and I ain't know shit, I could still do this. I could click on shit. I could click on the sign, click on Virgo, click on the 9th house, get me a little description right there. Philosophy, spirituality. You feel me? I could click on the moon. What the fuck the moon mean? The moon represents instinctiveness, reaction, unconscious predestination, you know? So I don't know any website that you could do that. I don't know any website that you could do that. And we need to get, this is why when I break down things on my Patreon, shout out to my Patreon, subscribe, link in bio. This is why on my Patreon, I'm always teaching from a shared screen perspective. So my Patreons could get familiar with seeing the chart. Because you guys need to know what houses you have signs in. Bob Marley got an empty 5th house right here. He got an empty 5th house right here. So his 5th house starts in Aries. What degree it start? It starts in 22 degree Aries. It starts in 22 degree Aries, and then he got Taurus in here. But he got no planets in here. So now when every time Bob Marley met somebody that was a 22-degree Aries and up, or their planets fell into this part of Taurus, they activate his 5th house because he don't have no planets in here. So with him not having no planets in here, dealing with his inner child, creative expression, that's something he kind of mastered. He kind of, he fulfilled in a previous lifetime. So it's not a main emphasis. But he got Venus in the 4th. The 4th house is an emphasis in this previous lifetime he had. Uranus in the 6th. His 6th house is an emphasis, aka all the houses he has planets in. These are places of emphasis in this lifetime. Empty houses, it's not that much of an emphasis, but if you start dating somebody, if you have a child, if you have a family member and they got their sun, moon, Mercury that falls into this house, they activate this house for you a lot of the times. They make you have to deal with this house a lot of the time. If that makes sense to y'all. Some of y'all are dating somebody right now and they got a bunch of planets in all type of empty houses. So you always feel like this person. So sometimes you may feel like this person is always making you deal with old shit, with shit that you don't want to be dealing with. Shit that you don't be aware of sometimes from a positive perspective. They help you see that shit sometimes. Some of y'all have relatives, best friends, and like for example, Bob Marley 5th house. The 5th house deals with creative expression, self-expression, the inner child, entertainment. Bob Marley might have had somebody that was like a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus, Mars in his family, and they may have been somebody or shit. It may have been one of his spiritual colleagues when he was converting to the Rasta lifestyle that had Mars falling into his 5th house, was a Mars in Taurus, was a late degree Mars in Aries, and they started to influence him like, yo, Bob, you need to get your music out some more. You need to put your music on the stage some more. So even though Bob already had the creative essence, even though he was already connected to his inner child, it may have been somebody with that emphasis falling in that house that sees this for you, sees this some more. Situations like this. So it could play out positively and negatively, just like anything in the chart, guys. Everything in the chart could play out positively and negatively. If you get in a reading, if you're watching an astrologer break down a certain placement in your chart and they just giving you all the negative, or they just giving you all the positive, the video is 10 minutes and 8 minutes and 30 seconds was all negative, and the last 30 minutes of the minute was positive, or vice versa. That's such an imbalanced way of giving out the energies. That's such an imbalanced way. There's a light and dark side to everything. Every placement, you see this Uranus in the 6th house, there's a light side to this placement and a dark side to this placement. Venus in the 4th house, you feel me? Light and dark side. If you got Venus in the 4th house in some type of shape or form, you bring love into your family home environment. You naturally value your emotions. You naturally value, your relationship with your privacy, with your solitude. When people try to put your emotions down in a certain type of shape or form, they can't really do that because Venus represents self-esteem. So you have a high sense of value when it comes into your emotions, when it comes into how you think about things and process your internal energies. So that's very positive. Now, negative, dark side of Venus in the 4th house. You overindulge with privacy and solitude. You too cut off from the world. And then when you love something, when you value something, you get possessive over it because the 4th house deals with privacy, solitude. So now when you love a person, you always want them in your 4th house. They can't even be in their fucking home anymore. Now, when they want to sleep at their fucking home is a problem, is an issue. When you connect to something, when you find something, a pleasure, something, a person, place, or thing that makes you feel good, you got that shit real close. You hug to it real close. You don't know how to let it go. Dark side to Venus in the 4th house. This is astrology, y'all. This is spirituality. This is the law of polarity. This is a universal law. So there's a light and dark side to everything. You could be an angelic sun in Pisces on Monday and the most demonic motherfucking Pisces in the world on Tuesday. It depends on what frequency vibration you vibrating on. And spirit governs that. Your spirit governs that. Your frequency vibration governs that. Because that's all you are. When we transition out this vessel, you just return to being back into your frequency vibration. All right. Shout out to my Pisces. I motherfucking love Pisces so much. Now, so to break down this full moon, new moon transit. So right now, the full moon just took place over here in Capricorn. So this was the house. Let's say this is once again this Bob Marley chart, but let's just act like this is one of y'all chart. Y'all just had the full moon fully illuminated in the second house. You feel me? This whole second house is fully illuminated. So when it comes into your value system, when it comes into the people, places, and things that you value, you know, your self-esteem, when it comes into, you know, career aspirations, when it comes into your self-worth, your sense of self-worth, all of these things were fully illuminated, whether there was insecurities here that you need to pay attention to, whether it's opportunities here that you've been neglecting, you know, all traumas and wounds that develop from your self-worth, self-esteem. This house was fully illuminated. Now, where's Leo at? Leo's in the 8th house. Leo's in this 8th house. So let's say if this is your chart. Right now, the emphasis in your life up until the new moon is going to be this whole portion right here. This whole portion right here. From the Capricorn house to the Aquarius house, Aquarius in the 3rd house, to Pisces, Pisces in the 4th house, to Aries, Aries starting in the 5th house, to Taurus, Taurus starting in the 6th house, all the way up into Gemini in the 7th house, all the way up into Cancer in the 8th house, until they get to the new moon in Leo. This whole area is going to be where you're reflecting, observing, detaching, because you know we're coming off a full moon, not a new moon. We're coming off a full moon. So as the moon is transiting, it's shedding energies. It's shedding, reflecting, observing. Now, by the time the new moon gets into the 8th house, you know it's a clean foundation now. It's new. We shed all that energy. If you wasn't shedding with the moon, you're going to be out of alignment. AKA, if you wasn't reflecting, detaching, seeing what things you keeping heavy in these houses, you know, that are getting in the way of things you want to do. When it comes into your new aspirations and goals you want to set for the new moon, you want to keep them in mind. It's not to say don't keep them in mind, because as the moon transits these houses, you may pick up something while the moon is in Aries, while the moon is in the 4th house, and be like, okay, I got to take care of this because I know I have this new goal aspiration that I want to put in the air when the moon gets into Leo. But this issue in my 4th house with my parents, this issue with my loved ones, I got to take care of this so it don't clash when I get into my 8th house. So situations like this is how you stay in alignment. Now, if you just neglect it, if you just not paying attention and you don't know none of this shit, you know, just being in tune with your intuition, just being in tune with your emotions, just being in tune with the signs of the world, you can still be in alignment. That this doesn't mean that people that are not into astrology are not in alignment. No, if they have a great relationship with their intuition, if they know how to see a sign in the universe and understand it's a sign, if they know how to pay attention to things, then you're going to be in alignment, because that's what the moon is naturally going to be doing. If the moon isn't transiting your 4th house, you don't got to see a post from me, Cheryl's, Dolo, Hood Healer. You don't need to see a post from us to say, hey, guys, or hey, you got the moon transit in your 4th house. You need to learn how to, you know, deal with your emotional well-being and your mental health. Is probably a great portion of the week to deal with your private space. Make sure you get your sleep schedule back in order. Take care of the home, cleanse the home a little bit, you know, cook for yourself this weekend. Don't really order out. You know, we ain't got to tell you that. You're naturally going to have that vibration because the moon is in your 4th house. You're going to feel like reacting to that area. You're going to feel like bringing some nurture and understanding, which that's what the moon represents. Nurture, understanding, connection. You're already naturally going to feel like bringing that into that in that area. You feel me, guys? But shit, we got the cheat code. We got the cheat code. We know what's going on. You know? So shout outs to motherfucking astrology. So with us knowing that the moon is transiting this area, with us knowing that these houses are the houses of significance, now when the moon is transiting your 3rd house and a situation comes up with your close friend or in your surroundings or something with a sibling, you know it's serious. You take care of it. When the moon gets into the 4th house and is a situation dealing with your family environment, or you feeling uncomfortable in your own private space or something, you know to deal with it. When the moon transits your 5th house and you start getting funny feelings like, damn, when the last time I had fun? When the last time I created some art? When the last time I went to the studio? When's the last time I went bowling? When's the last time, I went to a paint and sip? When's the last time I got dressed and did my makeup and my hair and I felt good and I went out? You resonating with that energy because the moon transit in your 5th house. So now you could keep that in mind when other opportunities to jump into 5th house things occur. Now you could keep that shit in mind. But at least with the moon transiting here, you're able to acknowledge it, them 2.5 days. You're able to acknowledge what's off and what's on. All the way up into the new moon in Leo. All right, guys. Now, the new moon, once again, taking place on the 28th. When we get to the new moon, when we get to this 8th house, once again, this is a example chart. When we get into the 8th house, when we get into the wherever the new moon is going to be peaking, so it's Leo. So that means the full moon is going to be in Aquarius. So that means, we're going to get to the new moon. It's going to be Leo season. The sun is going to be in this house. Mercury going to be in this house. Then the new moon gets there. The new moon always catches up like a couple of days into the season, right? So we're going to have the new moon here. Then now, when we set new intentions, guys, okay? Damn, I haven't been using my clicker. We good on YouTube? We good, y'all? Wow, Capricorn, man. Maria said, explain that again. Which part? Which part again? Which part? Yeah, let me do it like this so I can see the comments. So, okay. Yeah, I can see on Instagram. So when the moon gets to Leo and it's a new moon, right? It look type blurry. Now we're gonna know. Now we're gonna know this is our new foundation. Now we're gonna know from the new moon in Leo all the way into the full moon Aquarius. Now these houses are the emphasis for those next couple of weeks. So when the moon gets into Virgo, and the moon gets into Libra, and the moon gets into Scorpio, we in full creation mode. We in full throw all aspirations in the air. We want to throw them all in the air as soon as the moon peaks, because that's the most potent time. It's the most fresh time. And Virgo is when we continue to work on it. Libra is going to be when we relate the new moon intentions. Scorpio is going to be when we understand it and we see if we need to embrace or initiate any transformation. Sagittarius is going to be when we look at the things that we created or initiated from a philosophical perspective, from a more experienced perspective, to see what we've been learning. Capricorn is when we become more disciplined, understanding how to plan and structure our creative goals. And then by the time we get into Aquarius, we're back to a full moon observation process. Now we're looking at everything we just created with the new moon in Leo. All right. We're looking at everything we just created over here. And as the moon was making us react to all these different ways, because every sign has its purpose, right? So that's why I said it like that. We set the new moon. This new moon in Leo is going to be big because it's going to deal with, new creative endeavors. It's going to deal with us being influenced to set intentions on what we want to gain attention and light for. All right. I have to go meet my soulmate this new moon. Aww. Don't worry. It's going to be all gravy, baby. And then everything is a process. Everything is a divine story. So after we set the intention with our creative endeavors, something we want to gain light and attention for, putting some energy work into connecting with our inner child. This is why some people can feel so extreme trying to have fun during Leo season, because the new moon is like, motherfucker, you've been neglecting the inner child. Let's get into it. Then we get into Virgo. Those 2.5 days are going to deal with routine and structure, Libra, blah, blah, blah. And then we got the full moon in Aquarius. So, oopsie daisies. So when we get into the full moon in Aquarius, whatever house you have Aquarius in, This is going to be the area where we need to be detaching and releasing. This is going to be the area where we're going to be reflecting from everything we started in the new moon in Leo. This is going to be an area, the house that you have Aquarius in is going to deal with some sense of interaction. This house may manifest situations that plug you into the outside world, whether it's relationships out this house, whether it's your ideas that that are stimulated from this house, that you connect to others. So, for example, Bob Marley, he got Aquarius. You know, it starts his third house. It's in the second house too. So with Aquarius in the second house, when it comes into his value system, they're going to be what? They're going to be out the box. When it comes into his value system, the people, places, and things that he values, it ain't, did Bob Marley have any superficial values? One of his most popular interviews is him talking about, him talking about how he values money. What's the second house? The money house. But he got Aquarius there. So he ain't thinking about it from some superficial point of view. And the motherfucker was wealthy. I don't feel right calling Bob Marley motherfucker. That prophet, that divine spirit, he was wealthy. He had riches. You feel me? Second house. Thank you. Thank you, hip hop catalog cats. Possessions. And that's the actual word he uses in the interview. But he got Aquarius influences in that second house. You know, so okay, so y'all catching on the tube. Look at y'all reading that motherfucker. Look at y'all reading y'all out there putting y'all placements out there. You reading this motherfucker. That's what I'm talking about, gang. That's how we follow the moon. All right. But that's just a little breakdown on his chart real quick. He got Capricorn in the second house, so he's gonna have a realistic outlook on things dealing with possessions. You know, it's not to say he don't value them. You know, it's just that it's Capricorn there. So he's going to be realistic about how he deals with his values and possessions. He's going to use them accordingly. All right. And he's going to be able, it's cardinal earth. So he's going to be able to understand what ideas to start and create, what plans to start and create in order to make sure his funds and possessions that he needs to do what he does and navigate this physical realm is on point. But then he got Aquarius in there. And does his sun fall in the second or third house? Because it looked like his sun is cusping. So his third house starts in 17 degrees and his sun is right on the cusp, 17 degrees. So his sun is hitting the second and the third house. So the sun brings what, guys? It brings the light. It brings awareness. So through all the ways he expresses himself, whether it's through his art, the way he communicates, through his interviews, we're going to see his Aquarius, like, aka his out-the-box, abstract thinking, spiritual-minded perception on things dealing with the second house, dealing with materialism, money, stability, finances. What does Saturn in the Capricorn, what is Saturn in Capricorn ruled by? Saturn. Saturn deals with reality. He has Mars and Mercury in here. So he's going to communicate about how he values reality. Is that not what the fuck Bob Marley music is? Mars in the second house. He's pretty passionate about how he values reality. You know? So that's just a random interpretation about that. That's just talking about Bob Marley. That's just a random interpretation on that. But and that's just one of the placements. Like, this is Bob Marley. Like, I'm sure I could point out a whole bunch of other things where he has Sagittarius rising, naturally philosophical. Personally, it's going to be into some form of spirituality, higher learning by default in his personality. Moon in the 12th house, very sensitive to the collective, very understanding when it comes into the collective, has a very nurturing, compassionate spirit and soul. You know, the way he reacts to the world with his moon in Scorpio, it's very deep. He was a whole Rastafarian. That's an occult, like, you know, that's like an occult type of I don't want to call it a religion, but belief system. The Rastas at one point were looked at as outcasts, and they wanted to exile them out of Jamaica at one point because they were too deep. They were too deep for motherfuckers in Jamaica. But he's a Scorpio moon, so he's naturally going to be into some deep shit. And then it's in the 12th house. 12th house deal with connecting to the collective. So he's going to connect this deep shit to the collective. Then the 12th house deals with creativity. Scorpio, creativity. Then he has Neptune and Jupiter in his 10th house. This is light work here. This is light work with Bob Marley chart. The spiritual inclination is all over the place. Neptune connecting to the collective. Sensitivity, your creativity, your imagination, your belief system. That's in the 10th house. Jupiter, your knowledge, your beliefs, your philosophical outlook. Neptune is the higher octave of Jupiter. They're both in the 10th house. The 10th house is your social status. Whatever planets you have in your 10th house, you're going to be seen for these things. You're going to be known for it. Is he not known for his knowledge? Is he not known for his wisdom? Is he not known for how inspirational his music is? Is the music that he not broadcasted in the 10th house deals with the collective Neptune? It ain't just about his spiritual growth. It ain't just about his ideas and thoughts. It's about his relationship with the collective, how he wants to pour into the collective spiritually, mentally. So, you know, spiritual inclination was all over the place with his chart. North Node in the 8th house. So he got the South Node in the 2nd house. South Node, a lot of people with South Node in the 2nd house. I've said this before. People with South Node in the 2nd house, South Node in Taurus, they're gonna bring stability here, or they're gonna touch. Most likely, they have strong potential to touch real strong foundations dealing with stability before that first Saturn return. Whether they incarnate into a family with money or they get into something that brings them the financial stability, quicker than their peers, or they're able to break generational curses or whatnot. But then he got the North Node in the 8th house. So the North Node in the 8th house, it brings the riches because it brings the security and stability quicker in life. It brings the foundation quicker because he has the South Node in the 2nd house that deals with possessions and support for material possessions and stability and security. But it brings that because that's going to be broken down in this lifetime. So you're going to get the money. You're going to build the stability and security. South Node in Taurus, South Node in 2nd house. You're going to bring that here in some type of shape or form. But you got the North Node in Scorpio. You got the North Node in 8th house. That's going to get broken down. You're going to be put in a position to have it and not overvalue it. You're going to learn not to overindulge in your finances. You're going to be put in position to give a lot of that shit up to charity. You're going to be put in a position to understand why you shouldn't be putting your worshiping that shit. Because everything with the 8th house deals with depth, deals with the occult, deals with, the subconscious, deals with getting to the root of things. All right. And the 8th house has a lot to do with money and finances as well. It just depends on what alignments is in there and everything. But that's how the full moon and new moon works, guys. I just wanted to give y'all the visual. Once again, I might just clip that portion and post it on Instagram or make a new video because I just had a couple of people comment on the video today talking about, but what if I don't have Leo in my chart? What if I don't have Capricorn in my chart? And, I hate seeing that comment because I want y'all to have the awareness so y'all can understand y'all chart better, but like I said, I know everybody, we got people getting into astrology every day. We got people getting into spirituality, every day. So sometimes they may not understand these things, okay? And even when they do end up seeing the pie form of their chart, they may be like, okay, boy, what the fuck am I looking at the same time? But you got to be able to start somewhere. I need some breakdown guidance on the quick. What you mean? But yeah, that's basically what I just wanted to break down. So guys, right now the Aquarius house is Tata. When is Saturn returning? Saturn returns differently for everybody. Your Saturn return is just when Saturn comes back into the sign that it was in when you was born. So if you have Saturn in Pisces, if you have Saturn in Aquarius, you're experiencing your Saturn return as we speak. If you have Saturn in Pisces, buckle up. You're getting ready for that motherfucker next year. All right. If you got Saturn in Aries, it's coming. It's coming in a few, about another 6 years or something. All right. If you have Saturn in Capricorn, you just went through your Saturn return. You fresh, you about a year off of it. So you should be of the age 31, 30, turning 32 or something. All right. But Saturn returns usually manifest around the age 27 to 30. And speaking about Saturn returns are not to be feared. A lot of you guys are spiritually inclined, so you're ahead of the curve. A lot of you guys are naturally ahead of the curve because you're spiritually inclined. So at least for some of y'all, I was just having a conversation in my DMs with somebody. They 22 years old. I was like, man, I wish I knew what a natal chart was at 22. I ain't getting to it too far away from 22, but each year count. Fuck that. Each year count. I got into it when I was like 25. You know, that's a 3-year difference. So for people to be into their natal charts and whatnot at the age 21, 22, holy moly, you most likely was on your spiritual path, you know, in previous lifetimes or shit, or you just have strong spiritual inclination in the chart to have that awakened in your life at an early age. You know, some of y'all was into spirituality since day one. You may have gone to astrology late. You may have gotten to your natal chart late, but you was into spirituality since a kid. You know, that also shows your sense of spiritual inclination. Because y'all got to remember, y'all, once again, anything that you're doing now, you've been doing it. I got my sister, the beloved Rue, in the building. That woman can teach y'all the way she dropping gems in our collective meditation space last night. Shout out to everybody who participated in the collective meditation space. All right, next collective meditation space will be taking place during the new moon in Leo. All right, y'all. So for all of y'all that want to learn how to get more active with y'all altar, you know, getting more hands-on, working with your altar, connecting to your spiritual family, getting into moon magic, candle magic, understanding how to set intentions, because we finna set big intentions this new moon in Leo, and this is why I'm breaking this down, so we all have a clean slate, so we all can keep in mind how to release and detach, so by the time we get to the new moon in Leo, we ain't looking at nothing behind us, right? We ain't looking at no past relationships, we ain't looking at no past career circumstances, family circumstances. No, we took the time to observe that shit so we could get motherfucking busy with our creative gifts during the new moon in Leo. And if you're trying to get more hands-on with them exercising that form of spirituality in your life, you know, these collective meditation spaces is a great space for you. And y'all need to be hitting up Holland and Spices. You know, you need to be hitting up my sis Rue, because she got everything that you need to get spiritually cultivated out here. She got the spiritual baths for y'all. You don't need to be running around, going on YouTube, typing in how to make a spiritual bath. You getting out the motherfucking bathtub. There's petals everywhere. There's motherfucking rosemary. There's motherfucking oregano everywhere. Nah. Don't worry about all that. Just tap in with my sis. Let her hook it up for you. So you just activate your water. You got your spiritual bath. You just throw it in your water. Activate your water. You know, you got your spiritual oil lamps. You got your spiritual waters, your spiritual candles. That's what she here for. That's what she here for. That's what she here for. So y'all make sure y'all tapping with her, because them orders ain't being shipped out overnight. You get yourself a little couple week grace period to go ahead and get yourself right for that new moon. But with all that being said, family, let me go ahead and pin her comment so y'all know who I'm talking about. All right, y'all. Getting out the bathtub, oregano, parsley flakes all over the place. Don't worry, I commend it, though. I always respect it. Listen, you investing in yourself from a spiritual perspective, I'm going to respect it. There ain't going to be no shame over here. But if a brother could help aid you to do things more efficiently, that's what we hear. That's what the soul tribe is for. You feel me? That's what we here for. Iron sharpens iron, gang. So, somebody said, obviously, it's going to be a big new moon for all Leo placements. All big new moon for fire signs. Somebody said explain the empty house energy again. So basically, if you have an empty house, you have a planet, you have a house with no planets in it, you know, you're gonna it shows that, you know, you kind of handled business there spiritually in a previous lifetime to the point you didn't need to incarnate in this lifetime with planets. You didn't need to incarnate or sign any contracts in this lifetime to have planets in that house. Because what does a planet do? A planet naturally keeps a house active. That's what a planet does, being in a house. It keeps the house active. So the house your sun is in, it don't matter what you do. You don't go through the week not doing shit in that house. Your sun is in that house. And the more you neglect looking at that house, paying attention to the house, taking action in the house, aka all sun energy, action, expression, seeing, vision, the more that you don't do them things, the more it's just like being in school and not doing homework. If you don't do homework the whole week, by the time you get to Friday, you're gonna feel the motherfucking resentment from missing homework all week. So you're gonna feel like, damn, this was a fucking shitty ass week in school. My grades finna be ass not doing no homework this week, or I got so much makeup homework to do this weekend. So the sun ain't, but that don't be happening because it's the sun. The sun is super fucking active, you know. Amber said, so what if I got the sun in the 12th? So you're always going to be active, paying attention to your subconscious. You're always going to be active with your dreams. This is why sun in the 12th house, people, y'all daydream like a motherfucker. Because your sun is always paying attention to your potential, to your imagination. You know, the 12th house deals with like the past, deals with life after death, karma. So you're always thinking about the potential of how things could manifest and play out if you did this, that, and the third. You always daydreaming on things, reminiscing on things in the past. Sometimes it's hard for people with the sun in the 12th house to move on to other relationships because you still caught up on the emotion of a past relationship. You know, you're always looking at how to use your creative gifts, your creative endeavors. You're always paying attention to things that stimulate you from an inspirational point of view, whether it's a book that you love to read, an author that you love, whether it's a movie you love to watch, whether it's an artist, a music artist you have. This is your sun in the 12th house. You're always paying attention and being influenced to take action on something dealing with your creativity, with your potential, you know, with your imagination, with spirituality. You know, placements like this will have somebody do spiritual shit, and they're not into astrology. They don't even study like spirituality for real, but they do spiritual shit. They meditate not knowing they meditate. So when they get older and when they turn 21 and they listen into a YouTuber or something teach about meditate, they're like, oh, that's what the fuck I was doing since motherfucking 4th grade. That's what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know that's what the fuck I was doing. I used to just like coming home and seeing how much I could blank out the world because it felt good. And it made me go to sleep easier. It made me be less stressed out about school. I didn't know that's really what I was doing the whole time. There's a word for that shit? What's the word again? Meditation? Oh, shit. I'm just a sun in the 12th house nigga. I'm just a moon in the 12th house nigga. I'm just a Pisces sun moon. That's I didn't know y'all put labels on shit. I thought everybody do that shit. You're always paying attention to the emotions of others. Sun in the 12th house. So you can have a parent that's cussing the fuck out of your motherfucking younger sibling, but you know your younger sibling, sensitive as shit. But you got the sun in the 12th house. Your mom that's cussing your sibling out, going up beside his head and shit, she might have motherfucking sun in somewhere else. So she not seeing how what the fuck she's doing is actually affecting his mental health and his emotions. You got the sun in the 12th house though. So that's why after he get his ass whooped, that's why you go in his room like, yo, it's okay. You could just cry, let that shit out. You know mom be tripping. You know mom be tripping. Because you're aware of the subconscious. But the 12th house deals with other people. The 12th house deals with the collective. So you're not just paying attention to your subconscious, you're paying attention to how other things affect the subconscious of others. So you'll go to your fucking younger brothers like, yo, it's all right. Don't worry. One day you're going to have your own crib. You're going to have to deal with mom shit. Come on, you want to go play basketball real quick? That's why we need Pisces. This is why we need 12th housers. This is why we need y'all. So a motherfucker get his back rubbed and told everything's going to be all right after we just got beat like a slave. And knowing that not everybody got the durability to get their ass beat like that. Not everybody got the durability to deal with certain things other signs can deal with. I'm a Capricorn moon. I get this all the time. You know, when I tell people about shit that I didn't experience in my life, they be like, damn, like, are you okay? You good? I'm like, listen, I'm built. Listen, I'm motherfucking built. I got a heart made out of fucking wood and steel. All right. I still need I still need to go to therapy like a motherfucker, but I'm fake built for certain things. All right. That's how it is. That's how it is. It is a powerful placement. It is, but you need to know the power. Every placement has power. Some placements is some shit. I ain't gonna lie. Some placements is like, I hope you know how powerful that is. Obviously, these would be placements with exaltations, planets in its home space. So sun in the first house, sun in the fifth house, powerful. Sun in Aries, sun in Leo, powerful. Do you ever need to tell a Aries to take action on something? Do you ever need to tell a Leo to express something? You know, not really. 9 out of 10 times, not really. If, like I was saying in my other live, if you see a Aries or a Leo that's not action oriented, they may have some squares and oppositions hitting their sun, or you just putting perceptions on them onto what they should be taking action on when they just really taking action on what the fuck they want to take action on. So you might be like, yeah, but I have an Aries brother that's mad fucking lazy. He just want to play fucking video games and do this, that, and the third. No. That's all he give a fuck about taking action on, and he don't give a fuck about how y'all want him to chase his dreams or do anything else. That's what his actions are set on, and he gonna do that shit because he a sun in Aries. Give a fuck about what you think. All right. Moon in Cancer, moon in the 4th house, moon in Taurus, moon in the 2nd house. These are powerful placements. Now we're talking master manifestor placements. These individuals have to know where their emotions are at because they're constantly. Sometimes you manifest so fast with those type of placements, moon in Cancer, moon in the 4th house, moon in Taurus, moon in the 2nd house, that you not even getting grace periods to understand what you even bringing into fruition. So you have to understand how to channel your emotions, your emotional intention with those type of placements. Mercury and Virgo. Now, but there's like, I'm just saying these are powerful placements, but with great power come great responsibility. Some of y'all have these type of placements with planets at home, planets exalted, and they drive y'all crazy because y'all don't have no control of them. Remember X-Men? Who was the chick with the not the chick, the motherfucker with the shit. Cyclops, X-Men, the nigga with the motherfucking eye, fire, vision shit, but he got the shit over his eyes, and if you take it out, his shit just gonna be uncontrolled. It's shit like that. Those placements. Yeah, they powerful, but if you don't know how to control your shit, these placements will drive you crazy. It's like having a motherfucking pit bull that could fuck up any dog in your neighborhood. It fuck people up. But you don't know how to control your dog, so it's driving you crazy. You getting into physical tussles with your dog, you getting into other situations, you getting sued and shit because you couldn't control your dog from biting the calf muscle off a motherfucker. So you gotta know how to control your powers. You know how much times I'm doing readings, connecting with people, and they're telling me how they're stressed out about something in their life, and it's not something externally attacking you. You're stressed out because you have a power and a gift, and you feel it innately, but you don't know how to control it. You don't know how to grasp it yet. So that could bring mental confusion. That could bring emotional distress. You have all this passion to do this, and you don't know how to direct it, you know? So light, dark side to everything, y'all. Light, dark side to everything. The moon in the 4th house, moon in Taurus, man, powerful. Mercury in Virgo, Mercury in Gemini, Mercury in the 3rd house, Mercury in the 6th house. Powerful. Smarty pants motherfuckers. What's that? You Jeopardy having motherfuckers? Motherfucker be Mercury and Gemini. Mercury and Virgo be watching Jeopardy knowing the answers and shit. Y'all niggas be watching Jeopardy like, damn, is this shit scripted or for real? I should really try out for this motherfucker. How long they give you to study for this shit? Do they let us know the questions ahead of time or something? Because I fuck some Jeopardy up. I fuck some Family Feud up. With your left brain intelligent ass. With your motherfucking honor roll valedictorian in your sleep head ass. God damn, man, once a motherfucker tell me they got Mercury and Gemini, Mercury and Virgo, I'm like, okay, motherfucker, I'm cheating off your shit. You sit next to me during this chemistry exam. All right? Mercury in the 6th house, these is the niggas that when you get to work, you be like, yo, how you started working here? Like, oh, this is just my side job. My real job is this, that, and the third. I really make this much a month, and I sell this on the side. It's like, damn. Mercury in the 6th house got it together. Know how to structure some shit. Know how to get stability in their life like a motherfucker. Mercury and Virgo move in their crib and furnish that shit by their damn self. They finna take measurements and shit. Motherfuckers get couches and be like, oh, shit, motherfucker, couch get there. You ain't even measure your living room. Bitch can't even fit in the living room. They got to take the couch back. You like, damn, I should have got somebody else to do this shit. Mercury and Virgo, they finna, all right, width, length. Okay, so that leaves enough space for the dining room table over here so I could get the L-shaped couch. They ordering shit. They not finna pay the extra fee for people to put it together. They finna read the instructions and put the chair and the dining room table together. This is Mercury and Virgo. This is motherfucking Mercury. This is the power of having a exalted or a home Mercury. Then you got Mercury and Geminis. Talk the draws off of you. Mercury and Gemini. They got you forgiving them for everything. You don't know gift of gab till you met a Mercury in the 3rd house, Mercury and Gemini. You don't know gift of gab. You don't know gift of gab until you met a Mercury and Gemini. You don't know charisma, wit until you have Mercury and Gemini. You don't start questioning yourself about how much you're not that skilled with conversation until you bring your Mercury and Gemini friend to a party and you just see them walk up to 2 girls. Now it's just me and my Mercury and Gemini, bro. We're talking to 2 girls. I'm about to walk into some ass because of him. I'm just shutting the fuck up. I'm just here. This motherfucker just making them laugh. Like, yo, keep whatever the fuck you doing, bro. They like that shit, bro. Keep doing what you doing. Keep doing what you doing, bro. Keep shit. Let me shut the fuck up. I'm a Libra. We talk ourselves out of the mother. We talk ourselves out of the draws sometimes. Air signs, we talk too much. Sometimes ladies be like, I want to give it to him, but he a little corny. He talk too much. He joking a little too much. Sometimes we fuck it up. Sometimes we fuck it up like that. Not no Mercury and Gemini. No, they gonna say I joke too much, but Mercury and Gemini joke all fucking day. Like, oh man, you so funny. Oh my god, this that. Oh my god, y'all want to go to y'all place after this? Damn Skippy. That's why I keep my Gemini bro around. That's why I keep my Mercury and Gemini bro around. Shit. If the Gemini homie hit me up, if the Gemini homie, Venus and Gemini, Mars and Gemini, Moon and motherfucker, if the motherfucker got a Gemini placement, they telling me, yo, we out to the bar, we out to, nigga, we out. I'm gonna fall into some opportunity dealing with interaction with your ass. That's a fact. Shit, let me say, I ain't gotta say a damn thing. I just gotta show up, look good. Boy, the Mercury Gem and smart though, intelligent though. Perfect blend of charismatic and smart like a motherfucker. I feel like to be charismatic, you already kind of smart because you're self-aware about your expression. Is a modest thing. It's like having charisma deals with like you have to have like you got to be kind of modest a little bit. Like you got to know you smooth, but you act like you not. As you in your head, you act like you unaware of how smooth you are though. So we got Mercury and Gemini, Mercury in the third house. You're not moving shit around in a Mercury in Gemini, Mercury in Virgo crib, and they not know. So if somebody break into one of their cribs, if somebody break into a Gemini, Virgo, Mercury in Gemini, Mercury in the third house, sixth house crib, and then that person shows up and the robber's like, oh shit, and tries to go hide behind the door or some shit, Mercury, they gonna know somebody in the house. They gonna know somebody in the house before they catch the motherfucker. They gonna know. It's gonna be something real small. They gonna notice their doormat shifted 2 inches to the left. They gonna notice like because Mercury is we dealing with all. Well, I don't want to say the senses, but Mercury in Virgo is heightened when it comes into the details of things, and when it's in Gemini, when it's coming into anything dealing with like interaction, movement, because Gemini deals with movement. So shit just being moved around, vibes being different. These Mercury and these signs are just a Gemini, strong Gemini Virgo placement. They'll walk in the crib and smell some shit in the crib. Like, the fuck? Whoever the fuck in my house, I'm gonna fucking blow your motherfucking brains out, because I know damn well this doormat was shifted to the left when I left this motherfucker today. All right? That's that Gemini Virgo. And you don't want a Gemini, you don't want a Virgo. You don't want a Virgo or a Mercury in Virgo to be in that position. Because they're not gonna give you the grace to like come out with your hand. Their nervousness is gonna lead them to kill you. Gemini is a very positive sign. So the Gemini might be on some like, yo, listen, I know you're in my fucking house. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to walk to the fucking living room right now. Gemini have hearts like that. Gemini have got some big ass hearts. They might give you a little grace period, but not the Virgo. Virgo not doing all of that. Virgo not doing all of that. You dying. They're gonna kill you. So that's the Mercury placements, but those placements, Mercury and Virgo, Mercury and Gemini, they overthink for their own fucking goddamn it. The way they overthink, you don't know overthinking until you deal with them. With great power come great responsibility. They be needing to learn to take a chill pill. They need to date partners that don't throw too much mental shit at them. You're not gonna last dating a Virgo or a Gemini or a Mercury in these placements. They're not gonna want to be around you if you can't be a mental safe haven. They need that in their partner. Yes, Gemini likes to have partners that communicate and talk a lot, but at the same time, as active as the Mercury is, as active as their mind is, they need a mental safe haven within the same breath. Sometimes these are like 2 of the top 5 signs that need people to just listen to them at times without even responding. Sometimes Mercury and Virgo or Virgos just need to not feel crazy talking to themselves all the time. It's just like, at least I got my partner to listen to some of this shit, this, that, and the third. So I know I'm not going crazy, So just in case if I do say some crazy shit, they'll be like, babe, that was crazy. And I'll be like, okay, thank you. Because how my mind is. I need somebody to let me know. This is Gemini Virgo. Then you got, Mars. See, I have one of these placements. Mars in Aries, Mars in Scorpio, Mars in Capricorn. These are strong Mars placements. I'm a Mars in Scorpio. Then you got Mars in the first house, which is the Aries house, Mars in the 8th house, which is the Scorpio house. Then you got Mars in the 10th house, which is the Capricorn house. So I got Mars in Scorpio in the 10th house. So I could speak from example on how having a strong placement has caused some of the most stress and the most fucking transformation and frustration in my life, especially with Mars, because Mars deals with anger and frustration. So if you have these type of placements, you might have anger management issues. You got, now, first of all, from a gift perspective, you got all the passion in the world when it comes into your personal aspirations, when it comes into dealing with your individuality. You can be by yourself. You can be by yourself with this placement. So I have a whole Libra stellium and shit, but I don't need to be with people all the fucking time. At sometimes being around too much people and shit, I'm very selective with the people that I be around, because shit, that Scorpio side of me, my Mars energy, you feel me? I'm really good being on my individual shit. Like, I made a video today talking about Mars through the elements. Mars and water signs can be introverted like a motherfucker. But when you have these strong Mars placements, you're gonna be self-motivated, self-inspired. You're an example of motivation and inspiration for a lot of individuals. You don't need a spark. Motherfuckers don't need to light a fire up under your ass for you to do shit with your passions and goals. You get busy. And you know how to work on your goals without having to tell people. Strong Mars placements are not going to, if anything, we feel vulnerable at times telling people our goals or what we finna do this, that, and the third. We don't need to tell you shit. If anything, we feel vulnerable when people be up in our shit trying to find out. I'm a Libra. I might not care like that. I want to relate my passions and goals. Some of y'all want some of these placements. Some of y'all got Mars in Aries, Mars in Scorpio, Mars in Capricorn. And once a motherfucker asks you about your goals and shit, you be like, the fuck you want to know for? Who sent you? You the feds? What you care so much? Don't you got your own passions and goals and motives and aspirations? The fuck you want to know mine's for? You feel me? But if you like me and got air in the mix, that's when shit get a little fucked up, because I'll get into a relationship and be controlling. I get into a relationship, be possessive. I get into a relationship and my Mars will take over within the relationship. Get selfish in a relationship and shit. So I know this about myself. So you got to know how the mixture of your shit plays out. But strong Mars placements, these are what you call true individuals. You know? Strong Mars placements, this is what you call durability. These people can go through transformative situations and eat that shit and be like, you know what, fuck it, I just got evicted. We finna make some shit happen. Fuck it. I just got kicked out of school. I know I'm about to go home and get my ass whooped by my motherfucking mom. But we gonna get through this shit. I just quit my motherfucking job because my boss is a dickhead, and I gotta fucking pay rent next week. But we're gonna embrace this transformation. We're gonna get through it. That's a strong Mars placement right there. That's a Mars in Aries, Mars in Scorpio, Mars in Cap right there. Mars in the first house, Mars in the 8th house, Mars in the 10th house all day. It comes with a sense of durability. But boy, oh boy, are these individuals going to go through transformation in their life. But boy, oh boy, are these people going to have some fucking frustration in their life because they may not be patient. Their patience may be out the door. When you got strong Mars placement, light, dark side. Okay, yeah, that's cool. You real passionate, you durable, but fucking stubborn. You stubborn to the point it burns opportunities at times. You can be very single-minded to the point it burns opportunities. You fuck up relationships. The only person you ever loved and was willing to jump through motherfucking loops and holes for you, you fuck that shit up, ain't realize it years later because you selfish, you too individual. You so passionate about Mars. You so this Mars in Capricorn too. Mars in Capricorn in 10th house. You so passionate about what you building and structuring to the point your best friend, your friends was trying to tell you, bro, you need to get an LLC first. That would be smart. Or bro, you need to do this first. I'm telling you. And you like, nigga, I know what the fuck I'm doing. Damn. All this passion I got, I'm a manifest this shit and build this shit on my own. Y'all niggas use y'all passion for what the fuck y'all doing. Then 2 years later, you like, shit, bro. You gotta hit a nigga with that I eat ass face shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You was right about that LLC shit. These niggas say I owe like $40K in taxes, bro. I don't know where the fuck I'm finna get. I spent all that shit already. What happened to all that passion, nigga? What happened to all that motherfucking passion? So damn passionate that your ass could get tunnel vision, strong Mars placement. You could get concentrated like a motherfucker. That's a gift, being able to actually be that concentrated, to actually be able to get tunnel visioned on your goals. That's the negative side. Are you going to be able to see the help when it comes? Are you going to be able to hear the advice when it comes? Are you going to be able to listen to your partner when they tell you relax? Like you need to pace yourself a little bit. Like maybe not. Most likely not. Most likely not. He's sitting there with the IE ass face 2 motherfucking years later with some shit you could have just prevented. But no, you passionate. Venus. I don't even know if you want a strong Venus placement. Give me a regular Venus placement. Because y'all, that's one of the shits y'all really don't know how to handle. Strong Venus placements, y'all know how to handle that shit. Not in this physical earth realm, because this physical earth realm deals with time. And to have things that's worth having, it takes time to manifest it. When you have strong Venus placements, you manifest different cheat codes to getting access to what you like, to what makes you feel good, to things that's pleasurable. So this is Venus in Taurus. This is Venus in Libra. This is Venus in Pisces. This is Venus in the 2nd house. This is Venus in the 7th house. This is Venus in the 12th house. These placements are powerful as a mug, but will drive you crazy because you're going to end up overindulging in your pleasures in some type of shape or form. You're going to end up getting something that you like or you love from a young age, and it starts off cool at a young age. But as you start getting older, you start realizing your peers don't naturally have access to these things as much as you do. So Venus and Taurus get fly. They whole elementary, middle school, high school. You always getting fly. Your parents give you way more allowance than your peers and shit. Then when it's time to work for your own and shit, you got so used to having these things supported. It's like, damn, I actually got to work for shit now? Damn. I actually got to work and build shit to get the things I like now? This shit was always given to me. Material possessions and all that shit, it was always supported. All I had to do was tell my pops, tell my moms I wanted that shit, and they got it. Now I got to motherfucking save my money and pay rent. Like, nah, this is some bullshit. So y'all Venus and Taurus is getting a little superficial. Y'all be getting entitled. And y'all getting a little spoiled. But what happens? You still manifest a motherfucking relationship with a partner that start paying your bills or some shit. Ain't that a bitch? You still don't learn the fucking lesson. Then your partner start regretting that shit. You just a walking bill now. They was trying to wine and dine you. You hit them with the like, yeah, I like 5-star restaurants. I date bosses. So a nigga like I'm a boss. What the fuck is you talking about? Put your purse away. Well, how much the bill? $600 for the date? That ain't nothing. Give him $100 tip. That's $700. I'm a boss. Yeah, do that shit 3 times a week, nigga. Motherfuckers spending mortgage money on a month dating that Venus and Taurus woman. Listen, Venus and Taurus finna manifest some access with materialism or support. Now, it's strong Venus placements are very strong when these people have a healthy value system and they realize they can gain support easily for what they value. So a Venus and Taurus person, you know, with them not being spoiled or bratty or entitled, they could value a singing career. They could value something they're trying to build, a business, a brand. Boy, watch how Venus brings support for that. Watch how much other people you get to value what you building. Powerful. Watch how much people walk into your life and just wants to invest in your business, just want to support your shit, just want to give you resources because it's earth, materialism, want to give you resources. You feel me? You start YouTubing or something, and then one of your friends that's already a YouTuber like, yo, that's what's up. I never thought you would YouTube. Yo, come over my crib this weekend. I got some old ring lights. I got this old motherfucking Canon camera. I was trying to sell it, but yo, you can have all that shit. That's some Venus in the second house, Venus and Taurus shit right there. It might be a Taurus. Tauruses do shit like that themselves. You know, Tauruses will do shit like that themselves. They know they could sell something for $1,000, but they rather give it to their friend that's passionate about building something or using it in their life. Like that's real Taurus shit right there. So Taurus has got to kind of learn how to, you know, be discerning with how they give and shit. Venus in Libra. See, I got this placement. All right. But I got my Venus is in the 8th house though. So I got the light. My light and it's hard to find mediums with my Venus. I got it in a sign it loves to be in, then I got it in a house it can't stand to be in. So finding the medium, I'm light dark side with my Venus. This is why I said I'm wishy-washy when you date me. You're like, this is the most charming, this is the most affectionate, understanding, cooperative guy I ever spoke to. Couple weeks later, this motherfucker is a fucking demon. What the fuck? Who is this nigga? Who's the nigga? Who's the charming nigga? This motherfucking. I'm sorry. My Venus in the 8th house. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be possessive. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to use sex to try to manipulate you. I'm sorry. I mean, I knew when I was fucking the shit out you, I knew what effect that would have on you. I knew you would start offering to pay my rent, but I'm sorry, all right? It's not my fault. The 8th house is strong like that. So Venus in Libra is gonna bring the communication skills, it's gonna bring that charm, it's gonna bring that natural sense of relatability. You're gonna manifest opportunities because people just want you to be a part of the group. You ain't even really bring no ideas to the group. You just mad cooperative and shit. People be like, yo, cousin, next time we, you feel me, get together to build that, bring your cousin back around. So what the fuck y'all want him around for? He ain't do nothing. He ain't add no ideas to what the fuck we doing. I know, but he seemed like a team player. Seemed like it could keep shit in order. You feel me? Seem like we need somebody that could break the fights up when we start fighting. This Venus in Libra. When you walk into that 5-star restaurant, that 5-star hotel, and that hostess is so motherfucking nice, it's like, how you find the hostess this nice? How much you paying this hostess? Like, hello, how are you doing? We were waiting for you all day. Your suite is upstairs. Okay, please take your time. It's like, why are you so nice? How much they paying you? No, I just have Venus in Libra. I love to smile and greet people with, a warm, positive, lovely energy. Motherfucking Venus and Libra open up opportunities in their life just like that. And what Venus brings? Support. But Libra deal with relationships. So Venus and Libras is be turning into some hoes. Venus and Libras be making bad decisions with relationships because they have too much options, too much access. Now you complaining on social media about a partner you deserve, but is your ass got too high fucking standards? That's what it is. You done fucking dated everybody. You done dated everybody in the fucking neighborhood. Shit. Lower your motherfucking standards, motherfucker. Talking about, I just can't stand women, this, that, and the third. I can't stand men, this, that, and the third. No. You can't stand yourself. Because you don't got no fucking self-control. You don't know how to be to yourself. Venus in Libra. That's the motherfucking problem. Sierra Waters, what's good, gang? We got Soul Group up in the motherfucking building. So Venus and Libra need to sit y'all ass down sometimes. Stop trying to motherfucking charm everybody. When it comes into your value system. See, a lot of people with strong Venuses be sex addicts too, but that's a whole nother thing. A lot of people with strong Venus placements and shit, when it comes into sex, love, pleasure, intimacy, or attachments, so attachments to weed, drinking, superficial attachments, that's the dark side of having a strong Venus. That's the dark side of having a Venus in Taurus, Libra, or Pisces. You manifest relationships with enablers, You got to learn how to practice self-control. You got to learn how to be to yourself sometimes with these placements. You got to learn how to look at your motherfucking values and know you value in negative shit. Just because you have access to it don't mean you got to get into it. You know? Loved one, you stupid. And yeah, so that's like Venus and Libra, Venus in the 7th house. So many fucking options, don't know how to just relax, entitled in relationships at times. Man. And passive. You guys get, that's the dark side too. You get taken advantage of because y'all be too motherfucking passive. You know, that's another thing. Venus in the 7th house, but once again you get healthy value system, Venus and Libra, Venus in the 7th house, man, the opportunities you'll work through relationships, you'll manifest so much people trying to support you. You'll manifest fruitful ass relationships because people see you have a healthy value system. You'll manifest opportunities in your life just because people can see the positivity you bring to a relationship, a partnership, a business partnership, a group. Venus in Pisces, Venus in the 12th house. Powerful placement. But with great power comes great responsibility. Some people deal with some crazy ass addictions and attachments with that placement because it's too strong. You get too much support and access to things that feel good. You start drinking at a young age, start smoking weed at a young age, start having sex at a young age. You know, now by the time it's your first Saturn turn, you're 27 years old, you like, damn, I'm high every day. I'm drunk every day. I don't even pay for the weed or the alcohol no more. People just get it from me at this point. So this is what I'm saying. A strong Venus alignment will have your ass overindulging in some shit that you like, that you love. It'll have you overindulging into some shit dealing with pleasure and intimacy. And the thing about Venus and Pisces, Venus in the 12th house, Pisces in the 12th house deals with your imagination and shit. It deals with your imagination. It deals with motherfucking the subconscious. It deals with your fantasies. So these people get their fantasies manifesting and start realizing, like, I didn't even want that fantasy. I don't even want that fantasy. I remember one time I asked my ex-girlfriend, tell me your true fantasy. She said some shit about multiple niggas fucking her or some shit. That's the last time I ever asked a woman that I was dealing with their fucking. That's be the type of fantasy Venus and Pisces manifest and be like, okay, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want that. I don't really want that. That was not how I thought it was gonna happen. You got Venus and Pisces. You got Venus in 12th house. You better know what you're asking for. You better know what the fuck is in your motherfucking imagination and what your potential for what a fantasy is, and be careful how much energy you put into that motherfucker before you manifest that shit, and then that shit ain't what you want. That shit hurt the shit out of me. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I'm not fucking enough? Shit. Fuck wrong with my stroke day? What you trying to say? It's like, no, it's like, I don't want them gang banging me or anything. I just want them, just admiring me and rose petals everywhere and massaging my foot and kissing me here. I'm like, all right, motherfucker. With your motherfucking imaginative ass. What you asked me, like, should have never asked me. Don't you have fantasies? Like, yeah, I do, but shit. I ain't saying I want to fuck 20 bitches. You just said you want to fuck 30 niggas at once. What type of fantasy is that? You said it's a fantasy, babe. Can you imagine walking in on that? Hell nah. Hell nah. Pass the fuck out. See 30 naked niggas massaging my. See, I be a little too transparent with y'all. I gotta start doing want to keep shit for myself. Some of these examples that be in my head just be too good to keep to myself, y'all. I know my mind is dark. I know I got a very demonic sense of humor. I know, y'all. The examples just be too good. That'd be Venus and Pisces, Venus in the 12th house. Motherfuckers start realizing they can manifest anything in the world to the point they're like, okay, I gotta start being discerning about what the fuck I'm trying to the shit I do on the experience, because them shits be happening. Them shits really be happening. Venus in the 12th house and Venus in Pisces is some creative motherfuckers too. Hella poetic. They could write a script like a motherfucker. I think Spike Lee got like a Venus in Pisces stellium, man, highly creative individuals. That's just my thing with them. Every time I do a reading and I see a Venus in Pisces, Venus in the 12th house alignment, I'm like, okay, how's your sense of self-control with your pleasures? You know, are you still attached to that person you first loved? Because it's hard getting over love. It's hard getting over love and heartbreak with a strong Venus. With a Venus in the 12th house, Venus in Pisces, it's hard. It's hard. That's one of the placements you start trying to live your relationship through other individuals, through this person. You start subconsciously, remember the 12th house deals with subconscious energy. You start trying to subconsciously program this new motherfucker to do things with Venus in the 12th house, or Venus in Pisces, because these signs love intimacy. You don't know a motherfucker that love intimacy like a Venus in the 12th house, like a Venus in Pisces in an individual. These are your hopeless romantics. Love intimacy. They'll say that they don't give a fuck about relationships, this, that, and the third. But if you're the person dating them, when you see them post all that on social media, you be like, yeah, whatever. Your ass was bitching last night when I moved my back when we was cutting. Like, why you move? Like, hug me. Bitch, my fucking arm is numb like a motherfucker. Relax. Motherfucker be sleeping, cuddling be a motherfucker sometimes. Motherfucker arm go dead. Motherfucker be sweating. This whole shit just dripping. This whole shit just wet. So the AC hitting you on this side, motherfucker, shivering, right body, right side of your body shivering like a motherfucker. Left side of your shit just heated. Left arm numb. You mad as shit that you not sleep because you feeling all this motherfucking tension in your system. This big head motherfucker just comfortable, sleeping, snoring the fuck away. Dreaming about a 30 nigga fantasy and shit. You just sitting there in the name of love with a fucking numb arm. As soon as your ass turn around, like, all right, fuck this. I don't care if she wake up. As soon as your ass turn around just to get motherfucking comfortable, here come Venus in Pisces. Here come Venus in Pisces, Venus in the 12th house, Pisces, sun and moon, talking about what's wrong, what you doing? Like, bitch, you was just fucking snoring sleep. How the fuck you wait? You a light ass sleeper. Hell. You got Venus in the 12th house. Ain't your ass supposed to be in some deep ass dream? You fucking wake up for everything I do. God damn, my fucking arm is numb as shit. Look at my shit gray as a motherfucker. Ain't no melanin in my forearm right now. That's that strong Venus in Pisces, man. That's that strong Venus in Pisces. Great power come great responsibility. So the power with this alignment, when it comes, they have strong manifestation powers. When it comes into their creativity, when it comes into their creativity, when it comes into what's in their imagination, when it comes into their strong healing energies, this is another reason why they will try to manipulate you with sex, because they know the power that they come with when it comes with intimacy. That first person they was in a relationship with told them, like, damn, I ain't gonna lie, every time I sleep with you, like, every time I spend the night, it's like, you know, the tension in my body, like, you know, I work out a lot, I be sore, but like when I spend the night with you, I don't know, like when I wake up in the morning, once they hear that, once they start knowing their power like that, now they start getting manipulated with it. Now they start getting manipulated with it. Venus and Pisces, Venus in the 12th house. You got to watch out for them when you dating them. You got to be ready to know that you in another world and like be able to, you got to be able to lucid dream when you with they ass. Like, because if you don't know how to know you in another world or know you in not at Earth, in Earth, they're going to have you fucked up. But if you can astral project, you good. If you could know you in a whole nother dimension, they done took you to a whole nother world or some shit, and you there consciously like, all right, I know I'm in the motherfucking different galaxy because this motherfucking Venus and Pisces done took me here, but I'm here, I'm gonna stay here though, because I want to. That's how it is. That's how it is, man. But man, strong healers. Venus and Pisces need, as much as they actually need, like I said, great power comes with great responsibility. As much as they need to, what's going on, Danielle? As much as they need to, oh, we got Fashion Skunk in the building. Damn, I ain't been in YouTube in a minute, Kaisha. I'm seeing all my peoples in the building tonight, man. Shit. Lovely Soul Empress. I'm seeing my peoples in the building tonight. So as much as Venus and Pisces can manifest, what I was gonna say, fuck, it's gonna come back. Oh, as much as they need to be aware of their attachments, because they get attached quick, very quick. Venus and Pisces, Venus in the 12th house. Sometimes they really don't even be knowing they're doing the most. They don't know. Like, you have to tell them. Like, yo, relax. You mad because I don't want to spend the night tonight. We spent the night 17 days in a row. It's the 18th of the month. Can I sleep by myself tonight? They be like, oh shit, damn, it was that long. Why you didn't say that in the first place? Why I gotta remind you we just spent, why I gotta remind you it's been 3 weeks that I spent the night? Like, sometimes you gotta remind them because they be, if you got Venus and Pisces, you're gonna love daydream. You're gonna love the astral realm. You're gonna love living in your head sometimes. You may not even realize, like, I'm sorry, my bad. I didn't know it was 3 weeks. Time be moving fast. Like, okay, you can sleep by yourself. You should have just said that in the beginning. I forgot. Like, yeah, I didn't know I had to tell you that shit. So as much as they deal with attachments, they gotta set boundaries too. So that's why that placement is hard to deal with. It's a strong placement, but with great power come great responsibility. They need to know how to manage their attachments, the people, places, and things they're attached to, especially dealing with substances. This would be like one of the top placements when we're talking about addiction. You know, if somebody was talking about top 5, top 10 placements dealing with addiction, there's going to be a lot of Venus placements in there. And Venus Pisces is probably the strongest one. Venus and Pisces, Venus in the 12th house, you know, because not only is there a strong sense of pleasure and intimacy and reaching the potential, that imagination and fantasy of pleasure and intimacy, the 12th house deals with escapism. So if they have Venus in there, once they find that thing that they like and love, that person, that relationship, that toxic relationship, that fuck buddy, that blunt, whatever, that becomes a strong sense of escapism. And they have to be able to see that, you know. It's crazy how everything is with great power comes great responsibility. You know, it's crazy how they have such healing qualities, but this is what they have to monitor in themselves to make sure they're good. You know, so with that being said, this is why they also need to have boundaries, though. This is why they need to have boundaries, because their energy is really alluring. Their energy is addictive to other people. Some people can be addicted to their energy, you know, and that feeds their attachment. So you'll have a Venus, you'll have a Venus and Pisces, Venus in 12th house individual that is attached to somebody, but the person that they're attached to kind of be down for the shits. It's just that, you know, it gets to a point that they just try to put the Venus and Pisces person in a pocket. And they be like, stop trying to put me in a pocket. Just love me. Just love me transparently. Love me as freely as I do. It's like, no, I don't want to. But I do, but I don't want to. Venus and Pisces in the 12th house they finna jump into love. They finna jump into that motherfucker and let it take it where it takes it. So these placements are strong, y'all. These are strong, powerful placements. But with great power comes great responsibility. A lot of people kept saying Venus and Aries in the chat. You know, so Venus and Aries is a detriment. It's a detriment. But you know, there's a power, like I said, there's a power to everything, y'all. It's a power to everything. It's a power to everything. So Venus and Aries is a detriment because when it comes into love, you don't know how to connect love properly at times. And I don't got to tell Venus, and the positive thing about it, you don't got to tell Venus and Aries to love themselves. Like, you don't got to tell them that shit. They be the ones telling us, like, that's your fucking problem. That's why you get into all them fucked up relationships, or niggas be taking advantage of your ass because you ain't got no self-love. You ain't got no self-worth. That's the positive of Venus and Aries, like a motherfucker right there. Venus and Aries, Venus in the first house, ain't no fucking relation. 9 out of 10 times, ain't no relationship finna come before their personal aspirations. These are the partners that'll tell you, like, yo, listen, let me tell you something. I spent 5 years building this business up. And what we doing is cool. Like, us dating, connecting is cool. You feel me? But you trying to ask for too much of my time. And my business comes first. I gotta feed my motherfucking family. This is the shit I've been dreaming about since I was a fucking kid. You know? So if you're gonna be in my life, you number 2. You number 3. Venus and Aries, don't let them have other motherfucking Mars placements. Don't let them have like a Sun and Mercury and Gemini that's harmonizing with that Venus in Aries, so they actually will communicate it bluntly. Don't let them have like Aquarius placements harmonizing with that Venus. Don't let them have placements in Sagittarius and Leo harmonizing with the Venus, because they gonna communicate it bluntly like that to you. They gonna let you motherfucking know. Like, if you want to love me, date me, you number 2 and number 3. They'll let you know that shit. Shit. What about Venus and Libra? Because I just broke up with my man tonight. Cap Rising, by the way. Damn, you gonna just steal all my placements? Shit, your ass wasn't in that shit for fun. I mean, your ass was just in that shit for fun. You don't really care. I could feel the energy. You was just in that shit. This is just another option. You got a rebound. You got somebody, you broke up with the motherfucker because you got somebody else that's willing to come tonight. Stop playing with him, Naj the Great. Listen, I'm gonna pull your card on this motherfucker. I'm gonna pull your card. I'm a Venus and Libra my damn self. You a Venus and Libra Cap Rising. You cut motherfuckers off with no remorse. You ain't sad. You ain't feeling no ways. You feel empowered right now that the motherfucker's texting you like, word, so you really not gonna pick my shit up? You really not gonna pick up my calls? I know you blocked me on IG. I know you blocked me on motherfucking IG. That's that Venus. Yo, Trey, I meant to tell you this yesterday. I'm answering your DM as soon as I get off this live. I meant to tell you that. Yeah, man, them Venus, you gotta know your Venus placement. Look at the comments, y'all. I'm a Scorpio sun and I do feel powerful. Yeah, I know. Woo, you a Scorpio sun, Venus and Libra, the Cap Rising. Oh, shit. Ooh, you finna have control in the relationship. Whoever dating you gotta know you finna control some shit. They need to just... Yesterday in my meditation, one of the strongest affirmations was, I give up control and surrender to the love within. That's the shit motherfuckers need to say getting into a relationship with your ass. Scorpio, Sun, Venus, and... Yo, you really stealing all my fucking placements. What's your birthday? You was born in 93? You was born in 93? stealing all my motherfucking placements like that? So yeah, man, Venus ain't no. Somebody said Venus in Scorpio. Okay, you born in 96. Okay. And you a Leo moon. All right, get out the chat. Get out the chat. Because Leo moons is spicy. Spicy. Too much for a 5-foot woman. Somebody said Venus in Scorpio. Man, Venus in Scorpio, man. See, that's the thing about the Venus placements. Like I said, this is why like every placement has its power. So Venus and Aries, Venus and Scorpio, those are detriments, but those signs will have you fucked up relationship wise. Them signs, it'll be hard to get over them. A Venus and Aries will have you chasing their validation. A Venus and Aries will have you chasing their validation. A Venus and Scorpio will have you chasing them because they're so mysterious, and that energy, it leaves you curious. It leaves you curious, you know. Venus and Scorpio's individuals, man, they some scary individuals, man. Venus and Scorpios is some scary. What's your question, love? I see you put a question mark. So Jupiter and Pisces would be prone to escapism? Hell motherfucking yeah. Jupiter and Pisces is another strong healing placement. A lot of you guys tap right into things dealing with spirituality, healing, the occult, spiritualism, astrology. A lot of y'all tap right into that shit. But at the same time, you know, the things that stresses Pisces out or makes a Pisces depressed is when they don't have enough examples of people or environments to connect their spirituality to. When a strong Pisces placement, strong 12th houser feels like they don't really have the friends, they don't manifest the partners, they don't have the family members to really connect the shit that's in their head, the things that they pay attention to, the shit that's dealing with their spirituality. That's why shit like this will be very important for them. Them having that's why they'll get into the chat once their favorite astrologer or something start the chat, start saying hi to everybody, this, that, and the third, because Pisces energy 12th house deals with connection. It deals with connecting to the collective. So when it comes into spirituality, it could feel like a lonely world not having at least a best friend, a cousin, or something that has that in person, you know? So another reason why you need to understand the astrology. You need to understand what things make you prone to being depressed or having unhealthy mental health, or put you into negative emotions. For somebody with a lot of Pisces placements, a lot of 12th house placements, it'll be shit like that. My cousin is a Scorpio Venus, and her ex went crazy when she left him. I'm telling y'all, like, I'm a Venus in the 8th house, so it's like I understand that energy. I understand that energy. You know, we be knowing what the fuck we be doing. When you mix Venus with Mars energy, so when you put Venus in Aries, Venus in Scorpio, Venus in the 8th house, Venus conjunct Mars, Venus conjunct Pluto, these individuals, they will leave a stain on you. They'll leave a stain on you. All right. So the Venus detriment planets they're powerful. They're powerful, man. They're powerful. Just like the Venus in just like the strong Venus, not the strong. I don't want to say strong, but the home and the exaltation of Venus, Libra, Taurus, and Pisces. But boy, Venus in Aries, Venus in Scorpio, and then what? Venus in Virgo. You don't even need to have Venus in these placements, because you got to understand, this is why I would not say Venus in this, that, and the third, because Libra already has Venus energy. Pisces already have Venus energy. Taurus already have Venus energy. So that's why I just ended up starting saying, if you're dealing with a Pisces, dealing with a Libra, because that's a part of their archetype. Now, when we look at the signs that Venus is a detriment in, Venus is a detriment in Aries. It's a detriment in Scorpio, and it's fallen. It's in its fall state. There's a difference between detriment and fall state. There's a difference. Detriment is like, it's a place where the planet is very uncomfortable at. It's very uncomfortable and has to force itself to do things to be efficient in that sign.
When a planet is in its fall state, we can say a planet is sleep. It's in a subconscious state, you know. So if you have the sun in Libra, your sun is pretty much sleep. So you'll be doing a lot of action in your head through your thoughts. You like to talk about what you're going to do a lot of times. You like to talk about your ideas with your friends to feel inspired to charge your sun up to take action at times. But the opposite sign, Aries, does the opposite. Doesn't talk about anything, and they get right to it. They take action. They're intentional. If you the sun in Aquarius, your sun is debilitated. You know, so you this is why Aquarius and Libras be best friends and shit. Because motherfuckers, they talk to each other all fucking day about a whole bunch of shit they ain't gonna do. A lot of y'all Libra sun moon rises in here have an Aquarius sun moon rising friend. Y'all asses be brainstorming like shit. Don't shit get done. And then y'all just surprise the fuck out yourself. This is why Libras, Aquarius, they'll surprise the fuck out of themselves when they actually do put some energy work or some action into an idea that they have. They're like, fuck, I need to do this more often. Aries and Leos need to sometimes Aries and Leos learn from Libras and Aquarius to kind of think it out a little bit before just taking action. It's like, damn, if I actually think that shit out a little bit, if I actually brainstorm with the homies a little bit, I prevent some mistakes. But they don't be having the Leos and the Aries. They don't got the time for that. They got their sun energy is too strong to be stopping and thinking, stopping and rationalizing, stopping and planning. No, they on go. They on go. So who was I talking about? Venus and so the Venus in Virgo, that's the other detriment there. Man, Venus and Virgos be using their powers for bad, man. Y'all be using y'all powers. That Venus and Pisces, Venus and Virgo axis, that Virgo Pisces axis, Venus falling on any of that shit is something. Oh, this is what I was saying. Like, yeah. So since Venus is detriment in Aries, Venus is detriment in Scorpio, Venus is falling in Virgo. You don't have to have Venus in these signs. You just, if you have Scorpio placements, Aries placements, Virgo placements, your Venus ain't right. Your Venus be needing a tune-up, aka how you deal with your values, how you deal with what you love, how you deal with attachments. By default, that shit is wacky with y'all. Venus and motherfucking Virgos. Because remember, the opposite signs always mirror each other in different ways. So the same shit I was saying with attachment with Venus and Pisces, Venus and Virgos be having fucking attachment issues too. Venus and Virgos will smoke 1,000 fucking cigarettes in the name of escaping reality. Virgos be motherfucking anxiety be up here. And once they start liking to love something, they can overindulge. They can overindulge for that shit to take care of their anxiety and the overthinking. And Pisces will overindulge just to not deal with reality. But in some type of shape or form, they're still using that substance. So Virgo can have strong addiction qualities too. This is why a lot of Virgos, they actually are a lot of Virgos, from what I've seen, like with Virgos that I know in my life, a lot of them are very discerning, trying new things and dealing with certain things because they be scared that they know they can overindulge. Yes, love my Aquarius friends on the phone for hours. A Libra and Aquarius be on the phone all night till the morning. Don't even get no sleep for work. I have real attachment issues. I need to stop shaking I love too hard, yet I detach at the drop of a hat. That may be, that just may be a part of your lessons in this lifetime. That's all. You need to take your time with it. You in the body right now, so let's take care of it now so we don't got to deal with it too much in the next lifetime. Like you heard what I said about my Venus. My Venus makes me controlling. My Venus makes me possessive. I know this about myself. I know this shit. I know this. I acknowledge it. And I'm on an ongoing journey of understanding how to be more whatever the fuck you want to call it when it comes to love and relationships. But it's hard not to tell a motherfucker like you ain't fucking going nowhere this fucking weekend. Like, fuck is you talking about? Like, it's just hard, yeah. It's hard. It's hard. But back to Venus and Virgos. They ain't about to drag me right now. I'm dragging y'all. Venus and motherfucking Virgos. Y'all know what the fuck y'all be doing. Venus and Virgos know what the fuck y'all be doing. Because what y'all be doing, y'all value order. Y'all value structure. See, I'm a like I said, it's a positive, negative to everything. You know, Venus and Aries values themselves. They value their individuality. You're going to see high self-esteem. You're going to see self-love with Venus and Aries. They love the self, the I am. It's just that sometimes be a little conceited. Sometimes when they actually get into love, they self-sabotage it. Then you got Venus and Scorpio. Shit. We don't know what the fuck Venus and Scorpio. We don't know nothing with Scorpio placements. Every time a motherfucker do a reading about some shit, we should just skip Scorpio. They just the unknown. Now, all jokes aside though, Venus and Scorpio, they gonna value their motherfucking emotions. They gonna value their emotions. Venus and Scorpio, they're gonna value their they're gonna value their creative essence. They're gonna value everything dealing with their internal energies. They're gonna value their fucking solitude and privacy. A lot of them, you're not gonna date them. You're not gonna really be in their social circle if they don't feel like your energy could be in their home because they good with their solitude. Venus and Scorpio, it brings a strong introverted nature here too. So that's the thing that's why they don't like love. That's why they kind of hate love a little bit. Venus and Scorpio. Venus and Aries, Venus and Scorpio, low-key, like hate love a little bit. Like low-key, high-key, they hate it. Because Venus and Scorpio, they good by it's Mars. So Aries and Scorpio be good by themselves. Aries and Scorpio placements is real individuals. So when you got Venus and Scorpio, they hate when they start realizing they like somebody. These signs can not entertain their crush. The opposite Venus signs, Venus and Libra and Pisces, they can't do that sometimes. Venus and Pisces, Libra, the person I like me, it's up, it's lit. Let's overindulge into this relationship and intimacy. Venus and Scorpio and Aries could actually be like, oh shit, the person actually likes me back? For real? Yeah, they said they want your number. Do I really want to give him one? Do I really want to go through all of this? Yo, this shit, astrology is crazy. Astrology is crazy, y'all. I just need to read the comments because I know everybody praying for Shimbelina. I don't know why we praying, but I'm sending you love and healing too. Venus and Aries and Scorpio will run from that love. Venus and Aries and Scorpio have that tight ass best friend. Like I said, they're not going to be that. These signs may not be that social, even if they got some air in the chart. Venus and Aries and Scorpio, very strong individual placements. They value their individuality, value their individual space. So that's why when it comes into their best friends, that cousin that they're really close to, they'll kill you over them. They'll kill you over them because they're not big with relationships and friends in the first place. So let that cousin have some issues with somebody at school or something, and they call a Venus and Aries, Venus and Scorpio cousin or something. You better motherfucking make sure that motherfucking not into gunplay. That motherfucker, because they don't play about the motherfuckers that they are close with, because that's their everything. That's why these placements bring a strong sense of loyalty. Venus and Aries and Venus and Scorpio can actually be loyalty to a fault where it becomes a self-detriment, and they don't realize that they're being loyal to somebody that is like it could happen like that too, But what was I saying? Venus and who was that? What was that? Yeah, Venus and motherfucking Scorpio. These signs they'll be talking to their close friend, their cousin, or some shit about how sexy a motherfucker is. Like, damn, I swear to God, if I had a chance with her, I would tear her shit the fuck up. She don't know who the fuck I am. I swear to God, let me find out. Let me fucking find out. Motherfucker come to you a couple of weeks later, they're like, yo, she said what's up. She said she been eyeing you, bro. Nah, that ass. Bro, I just want to hit it. I'm not trying to get into all that extra lovey-dovey shit. Nah, you never know, bro. Like, just give it a shot. Like, see where it go. Like, nigga acting like you was not just talking about her all last week. As soon as the shit hit the fan, nigga getting scary. Nigga start feeling vulnerable and shit. Nigga start fronting, acting like you just want sex. No, you want some affection and love, nigga. You just don't, you scared of it. You just scared of it. That's it. You scared of having feelings and emotion for somebody else. And then, see, Mars is negative. Y'all got to understand that. Mars signs are negative. I'm a Libra Scorpio cusp. So I'm with a Scorpio stellium, with a Scorpio mind. We's negative. We're negative. So we look at things negatively. We perceive things negatively to get to the positive, to protect ourselves. So sometimes it's actually positive that we're being negative. Sometimes it's fully negative. If you have Scorpio Aries placements, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Or if you've dated somebody that's a Scorpio Aries placements, or just have like a close friend, family member, you know what I mean when I say we're negative. So it could be negative to a point where it's like, you know, this Scorpio man, you know, motherfucker feeling all vulnerable because he feeling like, damn, I mean, I got a crush on her. I like her. She attractive. She like me and shit. But what happens when I start liking her some more? She could just get up and leave. She could fuck another nigga. She could be lying. She could be untrustworthy. This is what the fuck they be going through. This is what Venus and Scorpio and Venus and Aries, this is what they going through in their head. So don't let them get into a relationship and this shit really happens. Don't let them get into their first time having love in this lifetime and that manifested, in which Venus and Scorpio, Venus in the 8th house, Venus and Aries, Venus with Mars, Pluto alignments, they actually experience things like this. So this is part of the trials and tribulations and the dark side that comes with having a Venus in detriment like that. Because it's hard to come back after an untrustworthy situation. It's hard to love again after being cheated on. It's hard to love again after being lied to. Venus and Pisces, Venus and Libra could get cheated on. They gonna be in a new relationship. They gonna be in a new relationship in a couple. They ass gonna be in a new relationship in the next couple of months. It's like, damn, we broke up in Capricorn season. It's fucking Cancer season. You couldn't even fucking. We broke up in fucking January in Cap season. It's late Cancer season. Like, you just had to get into another relationship to start the fucking summer, you fucking hoe. How the fuck? I know your ass ain't over me that quick. They probably not, but like I said, they be having options. They deal with connecting a lot. They don't know how to be to themselves sometimes. Venus and Pisces and Libra and Taurus have a new nigga, have a whole new shorty. They didn't even let 2 equinoxes pass. Went from winter straight to the motherfucking spring. As soon as Aries season hit, like, you know what, whatever. Then the new nigga or the new chick asking the motherfucker, when's the last time you been in a relationship? He's like, shit, this January. Be like, damn, that was right around the corner. It's April. You're like, yeah, but to the Venus and Libra, Venus and Pisces, or to the Pisces, Libra, or Taurus, it ain't really that long ago. Taurus is Earth, so they're going to take their time. They're the Venus sign that takes their time a bit more. Not the Libra in air and not Pisces in water. Let them be mentally stimulated or deal with any form of intimacy, or let Pisces get in their feelings a little bit by somebody and jump right into another fucking relationship. Jump right into some shit. Be plotting. As soon as the relationship start getting fucked up, as soon as they start feeling that shit about to, like, you know, they already got rebound options in their head and shit. Motherfucker, Venus and Scorpio, Venus and Aries, man, they just, if you dating somebody right now, they have Venus and Aries, Venus and Scorpio. Don't do them like that. Don't do them like that. Don't do them like that. That's all I'm gonna say. If you're gonna be with them, be with them. You don't know what type of extra motherfucking trauma they be dealing with. Like, I'm not saying you gotta be with them forever. I'm not saying you can't never break up with them. I'm just saying don't do them wrong though. They hold it too deep. They hold it way too deep. This is especially the moons. Holy shit, the moons too. The moons more than the suns. The Aries moons, the Scorpio moons. They get their heartbreak. Them niggas is eating. Them niggas at Thanksgiving angry eating. Them niggas is opening up presents on Christmas angry. Oh shit, new pair of J's. Thanks, Mom. Just angry. I'm talking about hurt. I'm talking about me against the world. I'm making a joke out of this, but a lot of y'all got these placements and you need to let go. We just got off the full moon. We can still exhale and relax. We got up till the new moon in Leo. It's okay. I'm being dead at. It's like, it's okay. Like, not everybody like that. Don't worry, they gonna get their own medicine. Don't worry. They gonna get the taste of their own medicine. You don't know no motherfucking hold. You don't know what holding a grudge is until a motherfucker got Mars touching the moon. To the moon is in a sign that's influenced by Mars. To the moon is next to Mars. To the moon is next to Pluto. You don't know. Be 10 years later, you see this motherfucker. They damn near about to run your ass over. You gotta get the fuck out the way and shit like, damn. I thought we was finna have a conversation about some shit. You married? I'm married. Motherfucker tried to kill your ass just quick. And then Venus and Virgo. We're gonna cap off the night with child motherfuckers right here. I didn't even know we were gonna be talking about all of this tonight. It's motherfucking Venus and Virgo. Y'all problem is now, like I was dragging signs in love a couple weeks ago, and you feel me? I had Virgos in my DM sending me death threats. I had Virgos sending me death threats. I had Virgos signing petitions against me to not teach astrology no more. I was on Virgo's bad side a couple of weeks ago. Virgos and Venus and Virgos was not fucking with me a couple of weeks ago. Somebody said I'm still mad too. Virgos was not fucking with me a couple of weeks ago because I was letting the people know how Virgos get down when they in love. And y'all mad at me because I was telling the truth. You uncoofed motherfuckers. I don't even remember what that word means. Let me, because I feel like I used it right. Uncoofed. I think that means like unbalanced. Uncouth of a person or their appearance or behavior lacking good manners, refinement, or grace. He is unwashed, uncouth, and drunk most of the time. Yeah, y'all some uncouth motherfuckers in love. It's Virgo energy, so I got to pull out an SAT word. You motherfuckers are smart as shit. Sent it to all my Virgo peeps. I try to give y'all the flower. I try to give Venus and Pisces, Venus and Virgos the flowers at the end. I try to give them signs. I said ain't no love like a Venus and Virgo, Venus and Pisces love. Ain't no love like getting loved on by a Pisces and Venus. I mean, a Pisces and a Virgo is just I just hope you're gonna be with them forever. That's it. That's it. Like, and for real, I damn near got canceled. See, because Virgo
has a strong sense of structure, order, keeping things in order. This is why your Virgo mom, Virgo pops used to fucking go crazy when your ass didn't wash the dishes, when you didn't take the garbage out. You know, when you use things from their room instead of you using their baby powder instead of the baby from their bedroom instead of the baby powder from the bathroom. That's a Virgo archetype. You don't do things like that. You don't do things like that with them. They like keeping their shit in order. They like their structure being where it's at. They bring structure to people's lives. You know, so if you date a Virgo, they probably most likely going to be cooking for you. They're going to end up cleaning for you. They're going to end up helping you stabilize something. You know, they're going to be seeing where they can fit in. That's what I love about a Virgo's love, or just having a real strong Virgo friend. This is effortless for them. They're not, and if you're a person that take a lot and you don't know how to give, you'll start to feel guilty at times. You'll start to feel like, damn, is this even okay? Like the fact that like they helping me out this much is making me feel imbalanced. Like I need to help them out some more. Being around a Virgo will have your ass realizing you got to give more. Your ass got to motherfucking give more with your takey ass. You need to help a motherfucker some more, support a motherfucker some more. You know, you start realizing there's really people in the world that move like that. Now the thing is with them, is the perfectionist mindset. It's the perfectionist mindset that fucks shit up. It's not bad being that much of a perfectionist or having that standard of perfection. It's not that negative when they're pushing that towards something they want to build in their life. When it's like something personally, like a personal aspiration, a personal creative endeavor, climbing the ladder with career aspirations with the industry they're in career. Oh boy, their perfectionist like attitude will have them reach new heights. You know, even if they are overthinking in their head. A Virgo could demonstrate a masterpiece with their creativity, and the whole world could be complimenting them like, yo, that song is #1 on the charts. You breaking charts on the Billboard. They still in their head like, I just feel like the hook could have been a little bit better. Like they still, mother bitch, we rich now. We off the hood. You got a hit song. He's like, nah, okay, all right. I guess, guys, you could be happy, motherfucker. This is your drink. That's it. You just bought your mama a house. That's how crazy the perfectionist mindset goes down. Michael Jackson got a video busting the moonwalk like a motherfucker. And at the end of the moonwalk, my boy he tried to hit the toe John, just stand on the toes, but he didn't get to hold it for that long. And he did an interview, and the interviewer is stoked, like, oh my God, Mike, this performance at the Grammys, I believe it was at the Grammys or the Oscars. Young Mike had the Shimon Lee. He had the motherfucking the glitter John on. When Mike bring out the jacket that got glitter on it, Mike ain't coming to fuck around with y'all. Whenever Mike got something with glitter on, y'all done fucked up. Y'all done fucked up when he bring out the glitter jackets and shit. Shimon Lee. So the interviewer was like, I think this was like when he just was fresh solo too. Young Mike, you feel me? Body the Oscars or the Grammys motherfucking performance. And the interview is mad hype and shit. And Mike is like, yeah, I know, but if you could see this part right here, I was just so frustrated, so mad because, you know, all week I was trying to make sure this was the part I was trying to emphasize and work on. And this part right here, I didn't get to hold it as long as I wanted to, but. And the interview is sitting here like, motherfucker, I feel like I'm watching God dancing. I don't know what the fuck you talk. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, Mike, but hey, I guess that's that Virgo shit. I guess it's that Virgo shit. Whatever you say, nigga. You feel me? So Virgos have such a high sense of perfectionist to this point. Like even when you feel like even when they get in their flowers from the world, they still might be hard on themselves about something, or they're gonna see something else to critique about their shit. And you know, that's what keeps a lot of Virgos. This is why a lot of Virgos are able to sustain positions of success when they get there.
This is why it's a gift. Well, everything has a light and dark side, but this would be like the gift aspect to it. They're able to sustain and maintain positions when they get there because they're that much of a critique of themselves, unlike somebody else that gets in a position and they get big-headed and they on their high horse. They can't listen to they inner circle no more. When they inner circle telling them like, yo, bro, that song ain't it. Like, I don't think that's gonna be the next hit. Like they head too big. Now they put the song out and articles saying this motherfucking Leo music is trash now and shit. You know, Leo don't hear nobody. He's like, nigga, I'm Soldier Boy, this, that, and the third. Nigga, what you talking about? Can't tell him nothing. But the Virgo artist is going to always listen to the homies with the critique. The Virgo artists, they could be on the billboards for breaking records. They still going to critique themselves when it's time to put out that next hit. So that really helps them to sustain positions of success. You know, this helps them to sustain and maintain. And I say all of that. I break down that archetype because if you put Venus in there, first of all, you don't even have to put Venus in there because Venus is it's debilitated. It's debilitated in Virgo, so that's already part of their archetype. That they're already wacky when it comes into Venus energies. When it comes into what they love, what they like, pleasures, they don't know how to deal with that shit at times. A lot of Virgos, remember, Virgo's exalted in Pisces, but it's fallen in Virgo. So you don't have to have Venus in Virgo, but if you're a Virgo sun, moon, rising, if you're a stellium in Virgo, like if you just have any prominent Virgo placements, you're gonna feel like you don't get love in your life. You may feel like you always manifest lack of support, lack of love, lack of affection. So sometimes it could start there. It could start with them feeling like they haven't manifested love from their parents or whatnot, or from their family environment, and it was all responsibility based, or they was always dependent on to get good grades or something, and then they didn't get properly rewarded. They didn't get them kisses and hugs when they did manifest them good grades. So it's like, damn, whatever I do, where's the love at? Where's the support at? So what happens here now when Virgos get into relationships, you know, it starts to play off in ways like, you know, they might not understand that they're getting love when they're getting it. You know, you might have somebody that's really valuing you, appreciating you. They're not taking advantage of your service-like attitude approach in relationships. Because like I said, Virgos will try to fix your whole motherfucking life when they really love you, care about you. And you can have somebody that's really valuing and appreciating that. And it may take certain Virgos, if they had that much of an extreme upbringing, to the point with them examples of not feeling love, it could take them a while to realize this. It could take them a while to realize this. You know, they might need to be in another relationship to realize, damn, that person was really valuing me. This other person was really supporting me and loving me. This motherfucker don't even be saying thank you. So sometimes, you know, when it comes to love and all that shit, it should be hard for a Virgo. It should be hard. When they get it, sometimes it's like some of y'all may have dated a Virgo, and it's like, you know, that may have been an extreme. It's like, motherfucker, I love you. Like, why you be tripping? Or you got the other extreme. The other extreme would be a Virgo. You get in love, you manifest in love, strong connection with a Virgo or something, and because they don't feel like they never experienced love and support in their life, boy, they don't know how to let go to that shit. It's like, I ain't never have this. I ain't never felt this support and connection. And I'm willing to do whatever to keep this. I'm willing to work on this in whatever I have to do. Whatever I have to work on. However I need to structure things in this relationship. I'm willing to do this because I value actually having this person that loves me in my life. I value the emotions and feeling and the warmth that this brings me. I value the sense of stability this brings me. I didn't think it was possible. I didn't think this should really exist. I mean, I knew I could be in a good relationship, but like, this is like love, for real love. Like, this person does things for me. Once Virgos get a taste of that, woo! As long as you love that Virgo, life is good. As long as you love that Virgo, all the crazy shit I'm talking about, you ain't really gonna see that energy like that. You're just gonna have a loving ass Virgo partner that effortlessly goes out their way for you because you mean that much. Love healthy love means that much. True affection and support means that much. Now, once this individual says, you know what, babe, we've been together ever since, we've been married 13 years. We've been together ever since high school. I just feel like right now, like, we got some differences. And I feel like because we got married at such a young age, like, we didn't really get to explore and experience things. So I'm thinking that if we just get a separation, like, we could work things out with the kids and the custody. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Once you give the Virgo that, once you give the Venus and Virgo that, and they wasn't ready for that, they didn't see that shit coming. They didn't even pick up on anything. They didn't even pick up on no negative energies. Because you got some signs out here like Leos, Libras, Sagittarius, Aries that'll be real passive aggressive before they break up with you. So you can at least sense it with them niggas. But then when it's a motherfucker that's spontaneous with it, like a Gemini, it's a Gemini. A Libra will fuck you up a little bit too. You can have a Libra that's passive aggressive, but then you have a Libra that is like, because they so passive, they'll still do the things, like kiss you here, do this, that, and the third, and then it's like they finally muster up the courage to break up with you. But then you just got them spontaneous signs. You got Geminis. Aquariuses, you won't really see Aquarius breaking up with you like that because they was already mysterious to read in the first place. So when they say, "Hey, I don't really want to do this no more," you like, "Oh shit, okay." But yeah, once you hit a Virgo with that shit, man, if it was that situation, like they never felt like they had love like that, they came up from a rough environment. Like I said, like for me, like I'm a Capricorn moon. So just being just having the moon that deals with nurture and understanding, just having the moon debilitated can affect the relationship with affection, emotion, the relationship with your parents, with your mother, So if you're a Scorpio moon, you're naturally going to have that energy. You might have a turbulent relationship with your parents or whatnot. So if you have a turbulent Venus placement, or you have placements that lack Venus, like Aries, Scorpio, and Virgo, you may manifest in your life by default. You don't have to have Venus in there. You just have situations where there's lack of love, lack of support, lack of affection and shit. So don't let the Virgo be in that situation, and then don't let Virgos be in that situation, and then they didn't see that shit coming, and then boom, that shit hurt. That shit hurt a Virgo. It's gonna take a little minute to get. They're gonna do something. Once they realize it's really over, they're gonna do something that allows them to not go back. Like once they realize, like, damn, it don't matter what I do. Like I could set this motherfucker house on fire. It don't matter what I do. This relationship is dead. They really don't want me. They have to do something, earth reality. They have to do something realistically to make sure that it's like, okay, I did this. There's no way we get back to with each other. It might be something spiteful. It might, a fucked up area. Listen, a Aries, Scorpio, Virgo will do some spiteful shit when they get hurt. They'll do some spiteful shit when they get hurt. Venus and Pisces too. Venus and Pisces will do some spiteful shit when they get hurt. These signs will fuck your friend. These signs will fuck your friend. These signs will like go back on something that was a mutual agreement that is like it was a business thing, but now it's like you guys will have a business that's going great with each other, and they'll pull out their resources when they was making money from it, and they're like, no, fuck that. If I gotta stop eating for you to stop eating, like they'll get spiteful with it, man. You motherfucking Virgos, Scorpios, and Aries and Pisces, so spiteful. This is why you got to make sure when you loving them, everything is beautiful and handy and dandy when it's good. But man, them Mars signs, grudge go a little too deep. You better hope that they just want to put you in the past. But Virgo, Pisces, Virgo and Pisces, y'all be wilding sometimes. Some of y'all just gotta learn to let shit go before y'all end up in jail. I'm dead ass. Like some of y'all friends need to step up to the plate when a Virgo and Pisces. Look, if you got a Virgo, Pisces best friend, sibling, and they in love right now, just know when they get their heart broke, we need y'all to step up to keep the world in control. If you got a Virgo friend with a broken heart, you got Scorpio, you got a Pisces friend with a broken heart, and you they friend, you the one the world depending on you to make sure they don't burn some shit up, to make sure they don't end up in jail. You the one. We gotta, because it don't be right. It don't be right up here and here when they shit not together. Your ass better turn into motherfucking Dr. Phil. Your ass better every motherfucking Dr. Oz. It don't matter what doctor is. Your ass better turn into their ass and counsel their ass. Motherfucking Dr. Oz don't got shit to do with love, but shit. Yeah, motherfucking doctor. You can heal something, dude. But all right, y'all. I guess that was the side astrology talk, breaking down the full moon, new moon phases and how to follow the moon after a full moon, new moon phase, y'all. All right. I know there's a couple of questions in there I ain't getting to. I knew some of y'all threw out some Venus placements and whatnot. I just wanted to emphasize, having a strong sun, a strong moon, Mars, Venus, under the strong Mercury, understanding the dark side to that shit. And also giving my flowers to my Venus and Scorpio. Did I give Venus and Scorpio? Yeah, I gave Venus, Scorpio, Aries, and Virgo flowers. I gave y'all maybe not as much flowers as I dragged y'all, but I gave them to y'all. It's probably a couple roses and a lot of nails, but you can look at them roses I gave y'all asses. All right? Shit. I don't need no death threats in my DMs tonight. That should be like another series I should do. Positive signs for all fallen detriment placements. Positive attributes for all. So if you have the sun in Libra and Aquarius, that's a detriment and that's a fall. The positive energies to that. If you got Mercury, where Mercury don't like to be at, Sagittarius and Pisces. If you got Mercury and Sagittarius and Pisces, the positive things that come out of that, Venus in Aries and motherfucking Virgo and Scorpio. Mars, where Mars debilitated at. Mars in Libra, Mars in Taurus, and Mars in Cancer. Whew. That's going to take some time to find some good things with that. Because y'all batshit crazy. Mars in Cancer, Mars in Cancer, Taurus, and them fucked up Mars placements is obviously, once again, there's powers and positive things to that. But y'all jacked up. If we talking about how crazy debilitated Venus placements are, man, the way Libras, Taurus, and Cancers deal with Mars energy in their life, once again, is a part of their archetype. So you don't have to have Mars in Libra, Mars in Taurus, or Mars in Cancer. You just being a Cancer or Taurus or Libra, when it comes to Mars energy, you be bugging. Libra don't be having no backbone at times, no self-initiative. Taurus don't know when to fucking transform or change some shit. Too complacent, too comfortable, too settled in their little comfort space. And Cancer don't know how to fucking deal with no Mars energy. This is why they kill people. This is why they fight a lot. Because once y'all get angry, y'all see red, y'all see black, is over. So the signs that don't deal with Mars well, yeah, y'all's motherfuckers be tripping too. Y'all's ass be tripping too. But we're going to say that for another day. All right, family, peace.